So I passed.
How is everybody doing?
Good.
Pretty
good.
That was a little bit of a rough start for us here, where one of our players is still on his way, I guess. So we've tried to hold off as long as we could, but as they say, the show must go on. Okay, so hello everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of saveVSgames presents Curse of Strahd. So we're really glad to actually have so many people who decided to follow our story so far, and it looks like people have really enjoyed seeing the boss battle we did too. We had almost 200 views on that, so that's like way more than we ever expected. And I think I'd like to take a minute to just say thanks to everybody who's followed already, and a lot of you guys have been here since the beginning. And so, it makes us feel like we're doing something right. So thanks a lot for, just getting into the chat, getting involved and stuff. I'm really excited what lies ahead for this group. And it's cool that you guys are here to enjoy it with us. So we have a lot of cool things that we can try doing once we get up to our 50 follower goal. And it unlocks a bunch of stuff with Twitch that'll allow us to, interact with the people watching a little more. So we'd like to say thanks for everybody who's clicked that little button. And, without further ado, get back to the business at hand. So, still no Lee, so, okay. As the party has come into the village of Barovia, they have found it eerily quiet. And still, as the sun rose into the valley and stripped the shadows away. They found an inn called the Blood on the Vine Tavern, and a shop with a sign that read Bildreth's Mercantile. A ways down the road, they spotted a church, and Cole, Midnight, and Chris all recognized its significance, as it bore a striking resemblance to the symbology of the Morning Lord Lathander. They all headed for the church to find its doors ajar, and a faint candlelight flickering off the walls inside. The doors to the church also looked damaged, as though something had tried to get in or out of it, and they approach the entry and see that the doors are probably smashed through. Broken pieces are replaced recently with repaired wood. So standing outside of this church, with not much else to go on, that's where we left off. So, what do you guys want to do?
Okay, guys, I do not have a great feeling about this. We just got out of a house that was full of undead things, and now we're at a church that seems to have damage, and there's a graveyard right there. I'm not feeling good about this decision.
So do you want to not go in any more buildings? That wouldn't seem very wise, just waiting for the wolves to get us.
I just maybe don't want to go inside the church next to the graveyard.
Do you want me to check for undead entities?
That might help, yes.
Midnight will use one of her divine senses to do a little white ping.
Okay, so you're standing where? Pretty much in front of the doors?
Like right in front of the doors with, I think the doors would be like up here.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely sense a bit of a undead presence around here.
I know if it's behind the church or in it.
It's in this direction.
I'm sorry. Do graveyards usually have undead things? We don't have graveyards. I don't know what they are.
Oh.
I mean, undead things aren't really normal in any situation.
It's not normal for a graveyard. The dead are supposed to stay dead.
Yeah, I've seen like pirate ghosts, a couple of zombies walking the bottom of the ocean, but I haven't really seen anything beyond that. In the where I come from, when someone dies, we say our prayers and we either incinerate them in volcanic veins, or we feed them to the sharks.
Yeah.
Since there's an obvious undead presence over here, maybe we should delay visiting the church till we can find out more from the locals, if there are
Very
any.
well. I'll
Yeah.
go along with that. I was just hoping for a place to pray, but I can pray anywhere.
Yeah, I vote the tavern.
Let's go to the tavern then.
Great way to get information.
Chris
Yeah.
likes the idea of ale,
If we're going to the tavern,
Or
I
wine.
wine.
suggest we
Loves
do
the
the
wine.
tavern image switch.
What do you think, Krim? Maybe some hot dog flavored wine?
Moves further away.
Did everyone get the image for the tavern we're using?
Somewhere. I'm
Cole's
working on
still
it.
up at the top there. I'll bring him down.
Should be this one.
Oh, he's coming. Yeah, so this building here is the inn, and this building across the street where Krim is near is the
Mercantile building?
Mercantile.
Yeah, let's
So
go
we're
to
going,
the inn.
we're going to the inn. Okay. Just give me a moment, guys.
Map
I will-
switch.
Ah,
Psst, call.
Trying to select everybody. There we go. And
where are we?
Old tavern.
We find the tavern.
Is that one of the ones from the beginning?
No, it's a new one.
Oh no.
It's on the Discord. Hurry.
I'm in trouble. Discord.
Everybody's a little small here, though. I'm just gonna.
Oh, that. I think I have it.
Okay. Move the players over. Everybody should
That's not it.
be popping into the tavern. And so as you walk into this place, it's not the nicest place you've ever visited before, but it looks like it was fairly nice a long time ago. The chairs are covered in layers of stains and dust. The place hasn't been upkept very well recently, at least. And there's a few commoners, it looks like, sitting at the table. They look, they stare at you as soon as you walk in. They stop their conversation. Everything's very silent. And but then it starts to pick up again as they start to ignore you more. And there's a little bit of bustle in the pub, but not very much. You hear, you see at the far corner, or the far left side over here, everybody can see that. There is a man talking to a woman at a table. The woman is crying. She has her head in her hands, and she's trying to, keep it together. And the man is in his mid-20s and looks to be an adventuring type. He has a sword at his belt, at his waist. And across the way, there's a bartender working the bar and a fire in the back corner. And yeah, so.
All right, Mira will see the couple at the table and look at the others and be like, "Well, I've seen this before."
Should we try the barkeep?
Yeah, I mean, bartenders are usually a great source of information. So
If he
Mira,
doesn't know anything, the locals might.
so Mira will go over to the bartender, which is over here, right?
I shall follow.
Yeah.
You guys start dragging torches, it looks like. Torch litter.
Yeah, I need
There we go.
Even torches
not a
all over
very
town.
not a very well lit tavern.
Torch litter.
Then we'll the tavern. We take out the torch and then throw it in the
They just implant it in the ground.
Chris forgot to come with you. He's gonna...
Well, he was distracted by the couple breaking up in the corner.
Yeah. All right. So the bartender sees you coming up to the bar, and she's she looks a little bit like those the Vistani people that you guys had seen previously. She's not really the same complexion as the Barovian people seem to be. They have a different look about them, more dead-eyed in general. And this bartender is sort of mysterious looking, and she ends up coming up to you guys and being like, "What do you want?"
Well, first, where are we?
This is Barovia. This is the Blood of the Vine Tavern. What can I get you?
I'll have a glass of wine.
Coming up.
She's a real friendly sort.
That'll be 5 copper.
Okay. So,
Hey,
Anyone
Crib,
else?
She kind of sounds like a dude.
She does, actually. Anyone else?
my
Midnight
face
will
away
pluck.
from Cole.
Give
Midnight
me
will-
your strongest salt water.
She gives you a puzzled look for a second, and then starts looking over everybody. She's kind of been in her own little, like, this is just work. Every day is the same. She kind of like does a double take when she like actually sees Grim has a beak, and she starts looking at Cole, and he's like, like, what are you? Yeah, salt water. 1 second. And she goes off she pushes past Chris and goes off into the kitchen. Comes back a minute later, and here you are, salt water.
Thank
What's
you.
this for? Get a cut?
I take a drink. It has been so long. Thank you, fair maiden.
Oh, no problem. Is that all?
Midnight will kind of put a gold on the table and say, "Buy around for everyone here."
Yes. Thank you, sir. And she'll
Midnight's
start
not going to
pouring-
bother correcting. Just like, okay.
She'll start
used to
pouring
this.
the wine, and she actually just pours one of these jugs out for you guys and puts it on the table, and then she's like, "You mean everyone in the bar or everyone here?"
Everyone in the bar. Looks like the table in the corner could especially need it.
All right. And she brings another jug out, fills up these guys' glasses over here, and then she's gone for a minute. She's talking with them for a second. She looks very uninterested, like she doesn't want to be here, but this is her job. One of those humdrum days. Goes over and fills up the glasses of the crying lady, and she gives the lady a pat on the back. I guess you guys can't see that. And then she comes back.
So we couldn't help but notice as we walked around town, there seems to be a problem with your church.
Yes, there's problems all over.
Well, that is the world, but what problems specifically?
Nobody goes to the church anymore around here. It's, there's no gods watching over Barovia anymore.
Why do you say that?
Well, it is obvious. The priest closed the church a long time ago. Probably 3-4 months now, 3-4 moons ago. And the people blamed him for a while for our struggles, but after a few months, we tried getting in, breaking into the church, and it did not really do anything. We ended up causing more damage, and that is all. We still did not get our church back, so.
Okay. Where did your priest go?
Oh, he is still in the church. He just refuses to do any services now. Since his son died, it was a long time ago, but he's still grieving.
How did his son die?
I don't really know.
Okay. You might be able to help us with another matter. Are you familiar with a town by the name of Vallaki?
Oh, geez, you have so many questions. Yeah.
Well, we're new in town.
Right. Well, Vallaki is, yes, it's the next town over to the west. It's much bigger, much safer than Barovia is. But, they say you don't make money where it's safe, so.
Do they? Do they say that?
Well, it's more profitable to be in places where nobody else is willing to do business. And then she's, excuse
Fair
me.
point.
That makes some sense.
Okay, well, I think there's something definitely fishy going on with the priest.
Yep.
Not sure he's a priest anymore.
Well, priest of whom might be the better question, or who.
Oops.
If there's undead there, how do we know the undead? Maybe the priest used some kind of necromancy or something, and he holds his son in that church.
I mean, at this point, I think anything is possible. I don't know. I've been faced with all sorts of things that
Especially when they said
defy reason.
Especially when she said that they couldn't get in, but the door was ajar when we got there.
That is strange.
No, but she said they already broke in.
Yeah,
She
she
overhears you
did say
talking.
that they broke in.
It's like, okay, listen. Hey, you guys are getting confused, I see. I will tell you this story once, and then you will not ask me any more questions, okay? So, about 4 months ago, the priest's son, he tragically died. And priest closed the church for a few weeks. We thought he would come back, We needed him. He's a good man. He's good for the people here. But he never came back the same man. He's been grieving ever since. And he boarded up the church, saying that no one should worship here. This place is forsaken, he says. Gods have abandoned us, and so he will not let us worship there. We tried breaking in one time, but what is a church without a priest? So it did not benefit us at all to raid the church, and then, how are we going to worship without a priest? So we end up leaving him again to his own misery and hoping that one day he can snap out of it, eh? Okay. So you need more wine or a room or anything? I'm going to go back to kitchen. Sister, we require a little more. We require some more goat. Can you go cook some more goat for us? No problem. Okay. More goat coming up.
So tell me, have there been any strange happenings in Barovia of late? Stranger than normal?
Huh. I don't know what to tell you. Yes. There have been disappearances. There have been all kinds of tragic things happening here over the last forever.
Who
This is that
disappeared?
kind of place. It is cursed land.
First lands.
Oh, yes.
Cursed
Why-
because of the tyrant Strahd?
Greg, we can't hear you.
I think his mic DC'd. I heard the USB disconnect.
Yeah. I'll message him.
I don't think he realizes. Should we
I'm
do the hand
sure he's-
gestures? Because he's still talking.
Yeah.
We're all like gesturing.
Like headset, microphone. Technical difficulties, guys. Give us just a moment.
Grim, why don't you turn on your charms and charm this barmaid so that we can get more information?
Her to reconnect.
Hello? Hold on a moment as technical difficulties. Or Greg. So
Greg looks frozen on my end. Don't know if it's just my Zoom acting up.
Twitch is frozen. Ah. Let me refresh Twitch and see what happens. Twitch is working. Okay.
Technical glitch there. I think we're all kind of back into place here.
Twitch is up.
Yeah, my sound card is very hot, and I didn't shut it down recently. So maybe that was
Need
the
to give
problem.
it a couple of minutes. Need to give it a few seconds to cool. It seems. More fans. Just get a fan. Just put it on there.
Yeah, well, no, it's an outboard sound card. It's like a,
Oh.
yeah, it's really heated up. Surprisingly. So now I've plugged in the additional power supply. Because before it was running on just the firewire cable. Anyways.
I think you cut out when I asked the thing about Strahd, if he was the reason of the curse.
Okay.
Al-
Yeah.
Also, I don't think you've launched your game yet. In Roll20 yet.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There's a lot of buttons to click on when this thing
So many
starts up.
buttons. All the
Many buttons.
I had to restart the whole computer, so
Ugh. Well, hopefully that helps.
okay. So I have to launch my other game too. And then we will be back in business. So as you guys are sitting here, you're asking this bartender some questions, and that's all good. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm getting back in now. I apologize.
Good, because I'm out of dad jokes.
Well, I had to shut down the stream entirely for a minute there.
I know.
Kept interacting with the
Hopefully
audience
it
to
was short
help
enough
make them
that,
not bored.
Yeah, hopefully it was short enough that it doesn't snip it into 2 videos or whatever. But we'll
It looked
see.
like it was still running, so we were able to still type in chat, so I'm thinking I'll just combine it into one.
Oh, okay, good. That's good news. Sort of, I mean, you know. But let's see. Okay, so you were asking me about Strahd.
I was asking if the Tyrant Strahd is the reason why Barovia is cursed.
Well, yes, I mean, Strahd, it is well known that Strahd is an ancient being. He is what they call a vampire. And he dwells up at the top of the castle, in Castle Ravenloft there. No one else is welcome in his home. And he placed a curse on this land a long time ago for the sins of our ancestors.
Not even the Vistani are welcome?
Well, the Vistani, we have a better relationship with the Dark Lord than most in this land. We aided him in a time of need, and he is a man of his word. He lets us do as we please.
And speaking of Vistani, what can you tell me about Madame Eva?
Oh, Madame Eva. Yes, she is a great seer. The only one I would ever trust with a reading of my own family tree. But she can tell you a lot about your future. She is a very cryptic lady, but if you can take the time to understand, all is usually made clear.
Is she in town?
No, she has her encampment near the Ser Pool.
Near the seer pool?
Yes, it's outside of Balaki,
Okay.
on the other side of the castle, basically, west of here. About a day's journey.
About a day's journey west of here? Okay, great. I heard you say something about goat?
Okay, yes. We are selling goat, we have pig, we have goat, we have wolf. Wolf steaks are on special.
I'll stay away from that one. I would love some goat. Do you have anything that maybe is not of the carnivorous variety?
Well, there is not a lot of that stuff. We have cheese. There might be some grapes. Other than that, we are pretty low on non-meat foods.
All right, Mira will turn to Krim and ask, do you do dairy? I'm a little unsure on that.
I don't, but I still have a lot to eat. Then I pull out the, what do you call this? The grub that I got from the house. Yeah, the worms.
I also have like ration kits as well, because I don't need them, so I can just give them to Krim if he needs it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll take a serving of goat.
It's crumbled up bird seed rations. 1 serving of goat coming right up. Hey, yes.
Is it too good?
I think Chris is going to try to share your stool there, Cole.
Be buddies.
Hey, do you guys just want to get a table?
That would be nice.
Chris is gonna go walk.
I guess we could get a
Chris is getting a little too
get
close.
a table.
Dibs.
Welcome to my world.
Dibs.
Which one do we dibs?
I don't know, this one. All of them are only 4 share tables, so
It's like somebody's going to
someone
be
will
sitting
still
on
have to
somebody's
share.
lap today.
Yeah.
You can pull up
They're
a
sharing
stool.
no matter what.
You can pull up a stool
Hey.
from the.
Cole has been ostracized.
Daddy.
That is pretty.
Get on the
funny.
table, buddy. Come here.
Stool.
Get,
Hey,
stool
that
sits
was
on him.
convenient.
get under the stool. Yeah.
In Barovia, the stool sits on you.
Oh, I missed that. There we
In
go.
Barovia, you don't. The stool goes.
That's awesome. Okay.
Did you see that stool? It
I
is
saw
comfy though.
Mhm.
Okay, so you guys are sitting down to a nice, relaxing meal for the first time in a while. You kind of feel like a normal situation about you, even though the eeriness of the situation does kind of permeate through it. It is a pub, and you are eating food. Midnight, maybe not so much, but you're watching people eat food, so that's all normal. And
This is my first time eating goat, by the way.
I mean, one meat is much like the other, so if you eat fish, probably...
Normally I eat fish, so
the ladies
and
come
nothing
over.
tastes like fish.
Actually,
Chicken, maybe.
there is fish here too. Actually, cooked, smoked
Whoa,
fish.
hey, hello there, beautiful.
Cool. The friend.
Might I get some
Hello.
fish?
Of course, we have smoked fish. We have they are fresh, locally caught.
I
Not-
would have some of that.
Are
Do
they
you
from
have
that
any
lake
raw?
right outside Barovia?
She's already gone.
Okay.
You don't trust that fish.
Is Barovia landlocked?
No, they're from the stream down south of the town.
Mm.
You don't have to worry. We would not fish out of that pond. That is a scary place, by the way. This one down here seems to be a little more, sociable. She's like, we try to stay away from that pond entirely.
Why?
Well, it is I think people have gone missing there. That is my suspect of where all these disappearances have been gone lately.
As in they've been captured, or they
Lake monster?
drowned and are maybe at the bottom of the pond?
Well, I don't go there, so I don't know. But I can tell you that the people living near the pond have been the ones disappearing, mostly.
Okay.
Is there
So I
anyone
put
willing to
two
We
and
listen?
didn't see evidence of a settlement near there, though.
No, on that side of town. The
Ah,
houses closest to there seem to be the ones disappearing the most.
okay.
So I don't trust out there. I don't go that way. If I leave town, I go down south. I go sometimes to the encampment, sometimes all the way to Falaki. But
Do you know
we don't travel much, so.
Do you know any of these people who disappeared?
Oh yes, Barovians are a very tight-knit people. I'm not from here originally. Me and my sisters, we have taken over the bar. We used to work here for the owner, but she is not in her proper sorts these days. So we have taken over, and with the help of some of our people, we are planning to make this a wonderful success again. You
I
like the
noticed-
fish?
You're awfully nosy.
She goes back to the bar.
Way to
This-
insult the staff. You never insult the wait staff.
It's what I get for being nice for once.
You better leave her a good tip, Krim. Or Cole. Krim, your friend.
Krim, leave a good tip.
Too many C's at this table. I'm sorry.
She's like, don't worry about her.
Chris.
She is just too sensitive. That's why she is quiet.
Are you the younger sister?
No, I am clearly older.
You don't look older.
Clearly.
Clearly, I am older and more mature than my sister will ever be.
Insight check.
Insight check, dice plonk.
So, yeah, she's like, well, she seems to be telling the truth. Maybe a little bit of bitterness there. Who knows? But yeah, she's like, I hope you enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Goes back to the kitchen.
All right. So, what are you guys thinking about? We've just been bombarded with a whole lot of information. What time of day did we arrive? We arrived earlier in the day.
It was early morning, I believe.
And so we haven't spent
the
that
sun
much time.
just came up when we got into town.
Yeah, it's probably like nearing 10 a.m. or something like that kind of thing.
Sometime before noon.
Yeah, because the sun's coming up over the mountains, so it's a little later in the day when it does actually rise over the peaks.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Do you want to go talk to this priest? Do you want to just go ahead and head towards Vallaki, since that was our original plan? Do you want to explore the town more? I feel like, I mean, there's definitely something going on here, but I am not entirely sure that we are ready for it.
Did you notice the woman who was clearly upset when we entered the tavern?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her boyfriend was just breaking up with her.
Oh.
I mean, I could be wrong, but she was sitting at the table and... Mm-hmm.
As you guys look over towards them, you notice that guy is actually coming up from the bottom of the screen here. He's pulling another stool next to your table, and he sits down.
But the tool now, the tool, oh, never mind. The joke's lost now because I stuttered. It's fine. Hashtag socially awkward.
The
stool just slid across the ground, like.
Well, he was
y'all talking shit.
He was dragging it because y'all talking shit. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, the patron of the bar here, who is talking to the older lady who was crying, comes up to you guys and says, I'm sorry to impose upon you. Is there any chance that you are able-bodied folks? You seem able-bodied. You carry weapons. You might be even able to handle yourselves.
At
Chris, what did he say?
Mira will kind of like pull her shirt up a little bit, so be like.
He does a flick of his hair.
Fabio, obviously.
My name is Ismark Polyanovich.
Nice to meet you, Ismark. What brings you to our table?
Well, I am the sheriff of this town, and my father, he is the burgomaster. He was the burgomaster. Gives like a little cross sign, and then gets a little choked up for a second, and then he goes, I am in need of some assistance. I don't know if I am lucky to see you here or further cursed, so I've decided to come over and ask for some help if you have time.
What do you mean further cursed?
Well, you never know when you meet someone new in Barovia if they are going to be of assistance or further trouble.
Is the town facing even more trouble than what we've heard so far?
Well, my family in particular recently has been having a rough go of things.
Why is that?
Well, my father, the burgomaster of the village, he's 3 days ago he passed.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My thanks. I don't know if I can ever live up to his shoes or his expectations, but I have people asking for my help all over town, and I need to also bury my father and have services for him. These are things that I will need some help to achieve, because I also need to make sure my sister is safe all the time. So I am running out of time and energy to be able to complete all of my promises. And I'm hoping that you might be like the other adventurers I have seen here before, and able to handle yourselves in a somewhat of a battle situation. I don't know if this is something that scares you off or entices you. I can pay. We have money.
How much?
There we go. Let's do it.
We are a very well-to-do family in the city compared to everyone else. Our family has run this town for generations, so we have a lot of... We have a place where you can stay that should be now safe. And if you stay in town tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we can have the service for my father.
How did your father pass?
His heart gave out eventually. It is a very complicated situation, and I will tell you more about it. But first, do you see that woman?
Crying lady?
Yes. She
Your
is
girlfriend.
And he gives you a weird look because she's about 60.
Oh.
And he's like,
To each their own.
she's in her
No
50s
judgment.
probably. And he's like, no.
I think that's his mom.
then he flicks his hair again. So
Is he
he's
trying to like woo me with hair flicks?
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, he's just he's self-conscious too, right? So, because of the way that you're saying he's dating a 60-year-old, so
You made him feel old.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Hey, that's impressive. I don't care.
He's trying to like show you he doesn't have crow's
What is
eyes or
that?
anything.
What is that?
What is what?
Is that me or somebody else?
What?
What?
What's going on?
What is that?
What's going on?
Are you seeing something we can't see? Oh no.
Are you being shown stuff we can't?
I hope not. What is going on?
She
don't
had to
think anybody
refresh.
Showing it. Oh no.
She's muted too. Yo, you can't see that. You can't see the ultimate secret. I have no idea what she's seeing.
She's the DM now. Oh.
She's in the same spot you were in when you disconnected on my screen.
Oh yeah. It's the cursed spot.
The Curse of Spot?
Did her headset die?
It's muted.
But she changed
I'm
headset.
back. Did you guys hear any of that?
No.
Well, that's good.
Was it boom, crash, or children?
No. Sorry. It sounded like something was running a commercial right over my headsets.
Oh.
And I was like, closed my browser and everything, and still was going on. So I'm like, I have no idea what's causing this.
That was creepy.
It's Facebook's new personalized and now director headset.
I mean, there's no such thing as... Never mind.
You might have had an ad pop up in one of your windows, yeah. Anyways, the
Sorry.
Curse of Strahd. So,
We're having a great night.
We're in
This
fine
is a
form
cursed
tonight,
night.
guys.
Curse of Twitch errors.
absolutely
is what it is
perfect
tonight.
for Barovia, because like
Curse of
everything
Twitch.
about Barovia is cursed.
Is
so
wrong.
this is just absolutely canon that this should happen.
It's curse of everyone's computers failing.
Curse everything. Curse of Ram. Anyways, okay, so Ismark is pointing over at the lady at the table there and says, her name is Mary. She is the owner of this establishment, but she does not come in very often anymore. I tried to bring her back in to see if she could, busy herself, but the memories are too painful for her. I've promised her that I will find her daughter, but I don't know if I can anymore. It's been a week now, at least, since she has been missing.
Where was her daughter last seen?
Well, her daughter and my sister are good friends, Gertruda and Ireena. And Ireena is my sister. She is back at the mansion right now with father. But Gertruda is, they were friends, but Gertruda never got to leave the house and leave this bar. She was stuck here upstairs in her room all the time. And so she got a little anxious, I think, and she might have even snuck out on her own. So we have so many options as to where she could have gone or what happened to her that I have no idea where to start. And, Mary, they've started calling her Mad Mary in town now because she just walks around all the time and cries. It is a shame that I have not been able to find her daughter yet, so. But I am also asking her about another missing person, an old man that went missing the other day. So, she might have seen him because she is walking the streets looking for her daughter so often. I figured it was worth a try, and it worked out. I mean, I got my first clue in a while now of what is happening with all these disappearances.
What sort of clue?
Well, Mary says she saw a dark figure moving towards the church, but she does not know. It was very dark and it was very far, but it was in the middle of the night. And it's very rare that Barovians are out in the middle of the night. So I'm thinking that it has something to do with our disappearances. Maybe we start heading north and looking from here to see if there's any kind of thing out of place. I am about to go to the apartment, to the house of this man who went missing, to see if we can get any more information from him there. There is so many things to investigate right now that I am pulled in so many directions. I am not getting anything done. And I must go home and be with my sister tonight. She will not fare well on her own at night. Right now, she needs to be around people.
So you still mentioned about the pay.
Yes. You will be taken care of very well if you help us. If you solve the murder, we can definitely... the Barovian people might even pay you. I doubt it, but, I will make sure you are compensated for your efforts, for sure.
How much will we be compensated?
Well,
yeah, forgive me. I grew up in a shop, and I don't trust non-figures.
All right. What would be your fee for a day of work?
How much is your net worth?
Mira's like, Crimno's net worth? What?
Perhaps I will bring you...
It's a bounty hunt.
Perhaps I will bring you to our mansion, and you will be able to see. Maybe you pick out something you want to take.
Midnight will kind of lean a little bit closer in a lower voice, not to startle other guests, and say, be careful of the church if you do go near. I am able to sense that there were undead within the proximity.
Of the church?
Yes.
This is very strange information.
Why?
How do you know this?
I'm a paladin of Lady Ezra. I've been blessed with her with some divine knowledge to be able to help on my duties.
Excuse me, but you sound like a woman, but you
yes.
Are you a woman in there? That is,
I'm a warforged, but I do identify as a woman. Yes.
This is
Secretly a cat in there.
No.
He flicks his hair again. Impressive.
What exactly do you want to hire us to do? Details, please.
Well, I have to solve the disappearances in town. If I cannot get this done, I want to definitely try to find Gertruda. But above all else, I want to bury my father and then bring Ireena somewhere safe.
What you ask of us involves a certain amount of risk. I mean, for us to partake in such a mission, we would probably need half payment in advance.
Well, as I said, if you want to come meet my sister and pick out some valuables from our collection at the house of what remains, then feel free and you can do that. We can go anytime. I would love to introduce you to my sister. We have coin.
He did offer, but you guys kept pressing him on a specific price, which is a little bit rude, don't you think? We're new here and we're already pressing him for money.
He's asking.
He came to us asking for help, but
Yes.
I understand why you're thinking that, but he did come for us for our services, and it is important when we have services that are valued to get properly compensated for them. That being said, I think his offer of taking him back to our house, letting us pick an item as upfront collateral is a fair offer.
If upon reaching Kresk with my sister safely, I will pay you each. How does 200 gold pieces sound?
The man chokes, yes. I think that's a yes from Cole.
Okay.
It is.
Where is okay? You said Kresk?
We must all. Yes, we are looking to go to Vallaki.
Okay.
But if Vallaki is, depending on how safe it is there, we may choose to go to Kresk. There is an abbey in Kresk that may be able to protect us from the evils of the Dark Lord. And he is after. This is one thing I have not told you. He is. It seems he has set his sights on my sister. And we must get her out of here as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, one
set
more
his sights on
question.
her for what? Sorry, not one more question.
It appears that this Dark Lord, he has decided that my sister should be his bride. And I cannot have this.
Chris
So I
is
must get
looking
her to
for a
safety.
wife.
What does your sister think about it?
What?
I don't. Mira's gonna lean into Krim and be like, I don't think, based on his reaction, that this is something she wants.
These people that were taken, were they only taken at night?
Well, it seems so, yes. It seems that most of the disappearances have been happening at night. A lot of them are on the east side of town, but most of them happen at night. Children going missing too, which
So
is
at
the worst
night,
East
on the
side
east side of town, and you see people going in the church at night.
Well, no, Mary, it's not polite to say. I try to. Anyways, Mary has seen a dark figure last night around the place where the old man had went missing. He was a tailor in the town, very very handy man, and old, but he would always help people out who needed it. So, a lot of people are wondering where he is now. a lot of people are getting angry that, I have not done anything about this yet. So our family is having a rough time right now.
I'm in.
And may I ask, why won't you put your father to rest here in Barovia? It is his home, after all, is it not?
Oh, we will. But it is not the safest thing to do to have a gathering right now outside in Barovia. So, with all of the things that have been happening lately, we have been holding off. So maybe we could get some support.
Not even during the day?
Well, no one has been to the church in months, and the priest is being strange about things. So, we would like to go to the church, but I have not been able to visit it yet. I have not been able to talk to the father yet, recently at least, about my father's passing. So, we would like to arrange with him to do a proper burial. Ireena will not leave town until he is properly buried, and she must leave town as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind giving our group a chance to discuss.
Yes, I will be at my mansion, and I am going to look into these disappearances for a little while first, but you can catch up to me at the mansion. And it is on the south end of town, the large building. You will not miss it. Before you leave on the Svalich Road, make sure you head south. You will not be able to miss it. It is very nice. It was, at least. Yes, I shall see you there, hopefully tonight, if not sooner.
It's the only mansion here, isn't it?
It is one of the. Yes, I think it. Yes, it's the only mansion in town. Should not have a problem finding it. Other than this building here, it is the biggest building. It's actually bigger than this. But what's the point of having wealth when you can't even enjoy it? Yes, please come to the mansion. It should be safe to stay there now that Father has passed. The attacks have stopped. So, yes, I will tell you more later. Come, meet me there. And he takes off and goes back over to talk to Mary for a second in the corner.
Okay.
So what are you guys thinking?
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I also do. But I have strong suspicions considering the priest of that church.
I do as well. The church is very suspicious.
Chris says, well, we saw that it was a Church of Lathander, the Morning Lord.
The what Lord?
The Morning Lord, Lathander. Everybody knows Lathander, don't they?
No.
I don't know.
He only
know
knows fish
Persona.
gods.
Oh,
I
right.
recognized it. Lathander.
Yeah, I mean, Lathander's everywhere.
Lathander, Morning Lord, like daylight.
Yeah.
Not the other type of morning.
Right.
Do you
The sunshine.
right? Do you worship Lathander, Chris?
Well, not particularly, but I wouldn't say anything bad about the guy.
So, Chris, while we've got a moment, how are you doing magic?
Don't ask the questions while he's not here.
I
don't know, Cole. Don't know.
I mean,
He's like, magic hands. Didn't work.
Magic.
We've established that he needs, like, in order for his powers to work, he has to actually want them to work. So, we've established that.
I'm feeling really confused today.
Yeah, you seem not quite yourself.
Yeah, where's your jovial self
You
that's
could say that
normally
again.
cracking jokes and flirting with women?
All right.
I really don't know.
So we have some time. I wouldn't mind stopping at the mercantile, maybe getting some provisions, maybe some rope. And then what do you guys think? Do we go to the mansion first then? Get our upfront payment, our security, and then go from there?
Yeah. I think we should go to the mansion before the mercantile in case they have what you'd want to buy. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's an excellent point, Krim. Let's go head to the mansion then. Cole, don't forget to leave a tip for that waitress.
You're so mean too.
Very well. I'll leave a coin on the table. A copper.
Of course it is.
Of course, it's just a copper.
No, I'll leave a gold piece.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys end up leaving your gold piece. Oh wait, I don't want to take the stools with me. I'm gonna move everybody over. Not take.
Train of death, choo choo.
It's called a marching order. Hello.
Oh,
Now it's called the peasant railgun.
I was afraid the stool would follow me.
Hey, you guys are gonna have to give me a second here. So RP outside for a minute here, while I get the last bit ready.
Let's do the background change as he's getting that stuff ready. Then
To what?
to I would think the exterior of that mansion, because that was one of the ones we had.
Exterior of the
This one.
Burgomaster's mansion.
Yeah, Burgomaster exterior. This one.
This grayness is getting to me.
That's not it. Is that it?
Do you know what fixes grayness? Torches.
Hair dye.
Torch litter.
Torch litter. No, but this place, it's so dark and
Gloomy.
gloomy, and there's not a lot of green. It's only like the afternoon, and yet it still feels like dusk. But dusk can be beautiful. This just feels like bleh.
There was a time when I enjoyed looking at the stars. It was one of my favorite things about being on the surface. I can't see the stars here.
Do you think it has anything to do with all the fog?
The fog, the clouds. The night sky simply isn't visible, so
This is an interesting place, and I would like to find a way to get out of it. Which is why I hesitate to take this mission. I think we're here. I personally don't have a lot of income. I don't know about you guys. It's a great way to earn money, but I don't know.
I'm down to 22 coins.
I think I have about 24 gold left on me.
22 coins?
Yes.
He's not being specific which type of coins.
Well, you never know who might be listening.
Oh.
Fair point.
I see what's going.
What's going on?
I don't see it.
Oh no, I just had a Okay.
So tell me.
So the first person who gets mugged is Cole.
Do any of you feel as though we're all being guided by by someone that we cannot see? that
mean,
they have their hand and they are stirring the fates.
I mean, you are a cleric. I feel like that generally should be your worldview. Or am I wrong?
Do you not feel as persona guides you?
But, and I'm fully committed to that. It's just I feel as though there's another hand.
Maybe your god has
manipulating
two
us.
hands.
Oh, I've been feeling like we've been manipulated since the moment those fogs started closing in. Honestly, since the moment we walked into that wedding and were called on here, this whole thing seems wrong. It seems wrong, and I just want I want to find Orwin, and I want to go home.
Can we go home though? That is the question.
I don't know if I'm ready to answer that.
Okay, so as you guys come up to the house and you're knocking on the door and you see Ismark answer the door. Hello, come in, come in. This is good to see you. I'm glad to have you visit again. Welcome to our mansion. It is very nice to have visitors finally.
I would have lost it if he said humble abode.
Nice robes.
Thank you. I cannot take credit for anything here. It is all passed down generation. My father collected most of this. If you would like to come in and meet Ireena, she is mourning over our father's body. If you would like to talk or sit to have some food, everything else, the whole house have your run of the whole. I'm just gonna open up all of the doors here, move them all to the side, so you guys can just explore at.
Don't forget to move Chris.
Chris is coming along with you guys. Isn't going to be as inquisitive as you.
Can you group him like with me about 5 feet behind? I can move him with me.
Not right now.
What is this guy's name again?
Ismark?
Then his sister's name is Isn't Mark.
So I'm gonna be looking for any kind of like family crest that I might see. I want to see if maybe I know anything about Ismark's family.
It's vague. There is a sword with a circle behind it, sort of like the Morning Lord symbol. But it's also got mountains in the distance. It's kind of a tapestry hanging by the door. Nothing that stands out as, strange or unusual.
But do I recognize it? Do I know anything about the family history, anything like that?
Nope. Never heard of these people.
This whole place is just weird. It's like we're in our own little pocket that doesn't seem to exist in Faerun, and I don't know, it's just weird. It's strange. I don't recognize that. I've been to most noble houses in Faerun. I don't recognize any of this.
Please, if you wish to have a conversation, allow me to bring my sister back out. But if you wish to pay respects, we will be here for a minute if you wish to come in. But I will come back out and get my sister in a moment after. Have a quick conversation.
Who's got the best hearing?
I was about to say Mira does kind of want to sit at the edge of the door and stealthily listen, see if she can pick up any of the conversation.
So
Okay.
is Cole.
Everybody's piling up by the door. Okay, give me.
Nice being at least a little bit respectful. Like,
you guys
come
can
on.
give me perception checks then.
Have our Roll20 sheets been re-imported since our level up?
No, I don't
You
think
know?
so. I think it
Okay.
might be a
Roll20, you have
beyond
to manually
D&D
level it up
Beyond
yourself.
thing.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
still level 2, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Sorry, give me a second. When my
Okay, so
headphones
Krim,
went haywire, I closed everything out.
Krim's got a high enough perception there. Plus his passive perception is probably even close to high enough to pick up some stuff. But he hears most of this conversation where Ismark comes up to his sister and Ireena is still like, staring just intently at her father's unmoving corpse. And it's ornate, like this whole room is just really well cleaned up, and everything in here looks a little more like it's swept and cared for. And she can't seem to look away from her father's motionless body. And so when he comes up behind her and puts his arm on her and starts talking to her, he's like, sister, I think we have found a way to properly bury father. We might have some help. It might be safe to take him to the church now. Would we be able to do this today? Can you handle this? And she starts crying and puts her head in his hands, or in his shoulder. And they come meet these people who are going to help us, and then we will decide from there how we proceed. Okay?
All right, Mary,
you
give
can do
that
this.
back up.
I'm gonna get caught.
Oh. Hello. I'm sorry if you had to see that there. Ireena, this is the people I was telling you about. I haven't even got all your names yet. I am sorry. This is my sister Ireena, and I am Ismark Kolyanovich, Ireena Kolyana. It is very nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you as well.
She wipes her cheek a little bit and toughens herself up again and holds her hand out.
Mira will shake it.
Chris will come inside the room.
He's been standing outside the whole time.
Well, hello there. And actually, Ireena is absolutely gorgeous. Everybody who sees her, she's like slightly, for a moment you're like, okay, yeah, no, I see why this Strahd or whatever wants to marry her. She has this je ne sais quoi about her that when she enters a room, it sort of takes the air out of the room in a way. So you can see why Ismark wants to protect her, and she bodes just a nice aura of of peace and caring. And so yeah, she's like shakes everybody's hand. Cole, you say? Nice to meet you, Cole. You can't hear me? That's fine. We don't need to talk. We can just shake hands.
Sorry, I was muted. I was asking if she wanted a kiss.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but no, thank you. Krim, is that you say Krim? That you are a strange-looking man.
Then I unfurl my hood. I show it.
Oh my!
Because I am no man.
He's a bird.
I'm a bird.
She grabs Ismark's arm and he's like, I don't know.
She's terrified.
He's like, I didn't know that he was that was and he's like, he's kind of putting his hand to his, sword at his belt just to make sure that, if something happens, then he's ready.
I see their what do you call this? Somewhat violent reaction at
hostilities a little bit.
Yeah. So I look at my notes under my wings and I go, oh, I was cursed when I was born by some evil forces. That's why I'm like this.
Cheat sheet.
Oh,
sheet of
She's like, oh, you poor dear. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry to hear it, but I have heard stories of people like you before, but I've never seen anything like it. Wow. And hello to you, Chris. You say? Yeah. Chris. Good to meet you. And Midnight, is it?
Yes.
I appreciate your assistance. I really do need to bury my father, and so anyone who is willing to help, I thank you. And yours was Mira, right?
I don't remember telling you that, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did. Somebody did. Somebody said it.
Insight check.
No, she literally just wanted to introduce herself to everybody and not be mean.
Not be creepy.
Yeah.
It's okay, Mira would trust her anyway.
She thought you had said your name at some point, or somebody said your name at some point, and she picked up on it. She's a fairly insightful person herself.
Mm-hmm.
And
looks at the name tag.
You guys have this perception off, where you're both like,
Competition, no.
I see what's going on here. No, I see what's going on here. So then, it's like, if you would wish to pay respects to my father today, he will be interred in there for now. But I believe we have to go to the church, arrange it with the father to have a service either today or tomorrow. I don't know if today will work anymore. It is getting a little later to do all that now. I don't know if I can even do it today. It's been a rough day. But if tomorrow morning we'd like to go to church, or we can do it. If we must today, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. I will do whatever you think, brother. And he's like, well, it will be much easier to get to the church, get it out of the way today, and then get moving in the morning tomorrow first light. But if you are all busy today, if you have something to do, or if you want to help me out with the town's problems before we go out, then, maybe earn some extra money and credit in town if you want to return at some point. I'm sure the people
Speaking
will...
of money.
Yes, money.
Oh, not again.
There is... upstairs we can go. There is rooms up there, and I have my coin purse up there. So I will come back down with some... sort of retainer for you soon.
Much appreciated.
You look around and you see there is no shortage of, baubles and trinkets.
Finery.
And, yeah, it's like everywhere else in town, even on the outside of this building, it's actually just absolutely beaten down and torn up and weathered, and everything is just the old version of what it could have been at some point. It might have been nice, but there's nothing nice in this town, except when you walk in here, even though it's dusty and everything is sort of well put together and, well maintained. It is, they've respected their property, so to speak. But, outside this building, even, you see as you came up, you noticed that there are some areas where the windows are. I'll just bring him over here for a minute so you can see where the windows are sort of. You're right. Oh, he doesn't even have that. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Uh-oh, that's the one. No, not yet.
Torch time.
Did that not save?
Someone say torch?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Needs a torch? Do I need a torch? Just...
Are we putting it in the burial room?
That could be the problem.
Me.
Anyways, yeah, out here, outside the windows, I was trying to light this up for people. If you can see that right there, there's piled up wood and debris and stuff outside of all the windows of the mansion. It looks like they've been fighting off an attack of some sort for the last little while. And some of it looks like it's been trampled on and rained on, and then other stuff put on top of it, like furniture and, you know, wood they've pried off of different things. They've been maybe smashing chairs or something and throwing it out there, trying to pile up some defense in front of the windows. And a lot of it has been torn off of the walls even and sits at the floor. So you can see that the house has gone under some kind of siege recently, from what you can tell, from the debris and from the...
And Ismark went upstairs?
Ismark, yeah, well, here, how about everybody goes upstairs now? I'll bring everybody over here. Go upstairs. Just because... might as well. Boom.
So Mira will turn to Ismark, and after noticing that, and she'll say, "What's with the reinforcements? What have you been fighting?"
Well, this is how my father's heart gave out, and he's going up the stairs while he's saying this, and he's like, if you wish to follow me into my study, I will provide you with some
Mira's gonna stealthily like palm a dagger. Like just have it ready. She doesn't want anybody to see she has it, but she's gonna palm a dagger.
Uh-oh. Somebody gonna die.
Oh no.
No, I was just saying that.
Smite.
I get scared when Mira palms
This
a
house is
dagger.
sus. This house is
She
sus.
doesn't trust any building whatsoever.
Okay, we just got out of one mansion that was full of undead, and now we're headed into another
Is it
town.
really a
and another
mansion, or is it just a
mansion.
double level house?
This one? Or the Durst Manor?
The Durst.
I mean, it wasn't as big as this.
It's a mansion-ish thing. Like it's a 2-level house, and you have not seen a house this big in the whole town, except for here. So, you know, it's relatively mansion.
Light up the hallways.
Okay, yeah. So
Maybe
you
they're
guys
under
have
siege.
free reign of the upstairs too. Ismark goes into his desk here and he pulls out a coin purse and starts counting coins out. And he hands you a bag midnight with 100 electrum pieces. Electrum pieces.
How is that half?
Thank you.
Well, so far you haven't really done anything yet. So
Well, it's half in advance. That would be
We didn't agree to that. We actually agreed to picking an item from the house.
Mm.
Yes, if
Must
you
be
wish to
extra
pick
magical
some other
item.
piece of furniture, like we have some nice lamps and things like that, you feel free.
Mm-hmm.
I nudge Mir and I go, don't you have a list of the things you wanted to buy? Maybe ask him now.
If you want our help, I mean, with today, we'll help you bury your father, put him to rights.
We could burn him if you want.
No,
Cole,
They both give you this like really evil look.
we don't burn bodies. What have we told you?
and
Okay.
then if you want us to help you on your patrol today, I lost where my train of thought was.
You're wanting more money? Question mark.
No, do you have a rope and maybe a grappling hook?
I don't know what we have left, but you can feel free to search any of the rooms. Maybe you can find something you need. I will say that if you do an investigation check for me, and you're willing to spend 15 minutes hunting around,
All right.
then
See what I can find.
yeah, see what you find.
Meanwhile,
Nice.
Two.
You find a rope. You find actually everything you just mentioned is available in the house.
It's found.
A rope
Can
and a
I-
grappling hook.
can I look at the books on his desk?
And some rations as well. You find 5 rations.
Any crossbow bolts? I'm
No.
probably pushing it. No. Okay.
Buy your own ammo.
How many days of rations did you say? I'm sorry.
There are 5 individual rations.
Each ration is a day's worth, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are the books on his desk important?
Some of them might be.
Read the
Kind of a
bindings.
strange question. Okay, there it is. Finally. Okay, he hands you a bag. I've been trying to find this picture for the whole time. With electrum pieces in it. And this is what they look like.
Okay. So there's a raven, and I'm
A
assuming
man.
Mira will look at the electrum piece and be like, I'm assuming this is Strahd?
Yes, that is the Dark Lord who has claimed his right to marry my sister.
Why does he want to get married if he's a vampire? Can vampires even have heirs?
To
Mm.
tell you the truth, I don't know what he wants with her. I will not let him have her. He will never find out.
So seeing that she's behind us, I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Ireena.
Ireena. Ireena, how do you feel about this proposal?
What proposal? You mean Strahd?
Yes.
Well, I have never met the man in person. He has been terrorizing my house for weeks. For
Terrorizing
the last few
how?
10 days. There are wolves at our doors outside. There are bats flying at the windows. And we all know, Barovians all know, Strahd is controlling all of these vile creatures
Wolves
of the
and
land.
Hmm.
Strahd is
Real wolves?
the master of the mists, the master of the wolves, the master of the bats. He is the land, as he has told us many times. And he has made the people know that we have no control here.
Okay. She'll turn to Chris and be like, well, seems like you weren't far off from the truth. There is an evil wizard type person controlling things.
Is he a wizard? Oh,
Like
no.
I said, always an evil wizard.
It's always an evil wizard.
Yes, he is a very strong wizard. He has powerful magic, and it seems he is even. I don't know. There are some abominations attacking the house too, that they seem undead. I do not know, but for the most part, we've been able to keep them out with the barricades. But it's happened every day or two for the last 2-3 weeks. They have come at night, and my father, he's been worried, so sick for so long now that his poor heart gave out. So do not take it then.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
It's my fault. If I
Why
left
is it your
sooner,
fault?
maybe I did not listen to his mark, and we did not leave. We wanted to stay with father, but now that I know he is after me, I cannot help but feel that if I had just left, then maybe my father would still be alive.
No, I think they'd still be attacking him.
Well, and what makes you think that Strahd, if he's decided to have you as his wife, isn't going to follow you?
Well, Vallaki has, Ismark has told me, Vallaki has a walled city. It is better guarded and reinforced. It is somewhere that Strahd may be held at bay. And being farther from his castle does not seem like a bad idea to me at all. I just did not want to leave father. And now that he is gone, I cannot leave until he is at rest.
Can you tell me more about what this Strahd can do? You said he controls the mists, he controls the wolves, he controls the bats. Can he become any of those things?
From what I know, all I have seen is that there has been a figure that I have seen out the corner of my eye, watching from rooftops and from the darkness. I just never feel like I am alone when I am outside of the house. And it might be that this figure is the man Strahd. I don't know.
Okay. Bless you.
Bless you, young lady.
All right. Well, at this point, it's probably around dinner time?
It is no later than midday.
Okay.
We still have time to prepare. I do not think that there will be any more attacks tonight. I think that ever since my father passed, these have stopped. So I think it should be safe to stay here for the night if we need to. And I will prepare my father's body for burial if we choose to come back today and do it later on today so that we can leave tomorrow. I understand, Ismark, that you want to leave as soon as possible, so I will work on making him safe to travel to the cemetery. If you guys can, I'm very thankful that you are all here to help, and I'm sure that we will make sure that you are taken care of as well.
Okay. All right. Well, Mira's going to sigh. And she's like, guys, I think we need to go back to the church.
Oh, before we go, Ismark, I would like to see if you could read something that I have in my possession that I usually check in every town to see if anyone's capable of.
Yes, I am very capable of reading.
I mean, I will kind of rummage through her bag and pull out a scroll and say, can you understand any of what's written here? Most people can only make out the words knight and my name. And she'll kind of open the scroll of pedigree.
He's like, this is, it's quite simple. Just a, it says knight. And, I don't know what this is. I apologize. Looks very strange. Perhaps
it's fine. Not many people can read it.
This is the kind of thing that the seems more religious. The abbot in Kretsk might be able to help you too.
Oh, that's more leads than I have found in a long time.
If we end up going all the way there, he is the most learned religious man that I have ever met, and I am glad to have been in his presence even once, even though he did leave me a little weary. It seems like he is the forefront on knowledge of religion in this whole land. Smart man, from what I hear.
Thank you for the information. She'll put the scroll back in her bag.
Chris perks up at that little mention too. He's like, yeah. Maybe I'll be interested in going there too. Okay, so I will gather my things quick here, and then I must go back out and investigate the crime scene where the old man disappeared last night, and then after I do that, I can go to the church and talk to the father. If any of you wish to join me, feel free.
I think that would be wise.
If some of you wish to stay with my sister, I would appreciate that too. But yes, for the day, if you wish to earn the full wages that I am willing to pay you for today and tomorrow, then yes, we solve the murder. We get the priest to agree to have the service, and we have the service today. Then we can head out of town tomorrow morning, if it is good with you, your group. You can talk it over.
Chris, would you like to stay with his sister?
Oh.
Were you waiting for him to say something?
I was.
Versus you.
I can't be Chris. This is ridiculous. I gotta change my
That's why I asked if he wants to stay.
No, he's gonna go with you guys. He'll stay here while you guys investigate the murder, and then meet up with you at the church later because he wants to go to church. Okay, so yes, thank you very much for staying with Ireena for now, and yes, we will be back shortly, Ireena, and then we will go to the church together, or we will go to the church and make sure it is safe, and then come get you. It depends on what we agree on doing. So, be back.
I'll be back.
Okay, so you guys all going back to the village of Barovia. And now you are down here.
Any specific backgrounds you want us to use?
You missed me.
You could do entering the village, or you could do. You're heading for the church eventually, and you're heading for the random house, I think. But you could
just use this one for now.
Dear DM,
Street 1 scenery.
Street 1, yeah, that would work.
Dear DM, I am alone in the house with the sister.
I am also in the house still.
Yeah, me too.
We're all still in the house.
I'm just getting you all onto the map. I just made your icons a little bigger so that you can see who's who when we are on this map. But you're not the size of houses. I'm just, I just made you bigger so that...
Oh, there I am.
See who's who and all that jazz. So yeah, you're down at the south end of this town now. And you can see that behind you, the mountains and the forests rise into the distance. And there is a road that is leading out of town. Over here, you can see that. That's where it sort of disappears back into the forest. Yep, exactly. And so yeah, you're on this main north-south branch, headed back up. And so he brings you to this house that's actually fairly run down. Like as you're walking through the town here, you see that not everything is very well kept. There's quite a bit of damage to the average home, and you're seeing eyeballs in some of the houses too, staring at you, and giving you the creepy eye kind of look as you pass by. And Ismark points to this house over here and says, this is where Gregor disappeared the other day. I hope to find some clues around here as to the cause of his disappearance. But it is unknown to me as this.
The living conditions here seem awfully poor.
We do what we can. We do what we can. So yeah, you guys see a fairly active fire in the middle of the road, but there's not very many people moving around. It's midday. You'd expect to see some traffic in a house or in a place like this, right? But it's doesn't seem to be very much movement at all. And so he brings
Greg, do I still have night vision on my token?
I just plop down torches so we can see.
I think usually he brings you into a house that seems like it's fairly modest and
random house. Oh yeah, we lost Krim because his cat pulled the cable out of his computer.
Oh, that's what happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So he'll be back momentarily.
The curse.
My night vision seems to have turned off.
Random house,
there's Lee.
Random house. Yeah, Lee messaged me saying he forgot what date was.
I mean, that's easy to do during COVID times, to be fair.
And when it's rainy and snowy and all that nonsense.
Yes.
So I'm guessing random house interior, question mark? Whichever one that one was.
Oh, random house. We're going to random house.
Yeah, we're going to a random house.
That's a publisher.
And actually, because of all these little, problems we're having today with the way things are going and everything, I think I'd like to, after we investigate this house,
take a break.
We'll go to break. We'll get everything working again, and we're gonna do a long break so that we can maybe try to prevent any more curses from happening. Not gonna rush it at all. We're gonna test everything out first,
And we'll
if
have
things
Krim
happen badly
and
again after that, Yeah, I really do think we're just having one of those like Friday the 13th moments here. Where everything that can go wrong is going wrong. So
the curse of COVID.
I've just heard from Lee. He's he wants me to give him a call quick or a Discord thing quick. So maybe he'll be in. We don't know yet. So we will find out shortly. And so as you come into this place, Ismark tells you about this old man. He was a kind old man. He was a tailor. A lot of people ended up having, a working relationship with this guy. He was he kept to himself. He was fairly quiet for the most part. And he used to live with a wife, but she is passed now. So he just kind of, does what he can to survive on his own. And now he's gone. And give me some investigation checks or perception.
I was about to say, Mira's gonna look around for any signs of struggle or anything.
Investigation and perception, because both is better than one.
Yeah, because do you notice anything, and then what do you notice about it?
My passive perception is a 12, which is better than the 4.
So Krim
passive 12.
I can find the things, I can't understand the things.
I can attempt to investigate, and then there's the passive.
Okay, so Cole, you see a bloody candelabra on the floor.
What's a candelabra?
Lots of big candle holder.
It's a candle holder that holds more than one candle.
Okay.
Yeah, and you pick it up and you're like, blood, to show everybody, that you found something. And you guys all see maybe the struggle. There seems to be a struggle here at some point as well. So, upon Mira ends up seeing that, takes some significance with the candle holder and not just looking at it as a bloody candle holder, she flips it over and sees the symbol of the Morning Lord on the bottom of it. So she is
so Mira will kind of
more
go ahead.
Informed. Now you're a little more informed as to how, what
our Twitch windows are all
the
messed
murder
up.
weapon might have happened. Yeah,
lordy.
Yeah, since Krim dropped, they're all messed up.
Yeah, let's go to break here.
So we can try to fix everything.
What happens with the candlestick? Tune in after break.
Exactly. I tried to give you a quick one there that kind of would give us a tie together, but yeah. What's ironic is that Chris's portrait looks perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody else is screwed up. Okay, we will go to break. I will do the be back soon loop, and then we'll try to fix all this and come back in 20 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Hopefully this doesn't happen anymore. Bye for now.
we're back.
And we're
Yay.
back. You stole the words right out of my mouth. Oh, wait. Mira has changed her camera.
I did?
Well, you're sitting closer, it seems, so I'm just gonna...
Oh, yeah, I had to switch location. There we go. Hey, scoot the chair back.
Yeah.
Do you lift the mic up a little bit? You're a little faint.
Better?
A little bit better.
This is what I get for changing locations. I'm sorry.
The curse
No, it's
continues. I can just
The
boost my
curse
volume.
continues. Oh boy, you have no idea what you've missed here, Chris. This is some cursed gaming, that's for sure.
It
Totem
sounds
of
like
all our errors today.
the
Yeah,
group caught me up on the plot points, and it seems like you guys are in the middle of CSI Barovia.
A little bit. Just a little bit. CSI Barovia. CSI
Perfect.
Barovia meets Runaway Bride.
Wow, that's a hard contrast right there. I like it.
Okay, so
So-
as you guys are investigating this little crime scene, you have found
Dun, dun.
what appears to be a murder weapon of sorts. And it is a candelabra. It on the bottom of this, the base of this candelabra, is the symbol of the Morning Lord. And there's blood on the candlestick as well. It's a regular old clue.
Right.
How old is the blood? Like, is it dried? Is it still wet?
Yeah, it looks like it's probably... Give me a survival check.
Who?
If you want to pinpoint the number of hours since the blood was put on the candlestick.
Put on the candlestick. All right.
Okay, so yeah, between you guys, all doing survival checks and taking a peek.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Mostly me and Bird.
You're
Cole,
all-
what do you make
you're
of
all
this
disagreeing.
candlestick? It seems
You're all
there's blood
disagreeing
on it.
on
I
How
think the
long it's been
candles
there.
go in this end.
Oh, really? What about you, Mira? What do you make of this?
It's bloody.
Ah, indeed it is. Well, I guess is it even human blood? Is it even blood? Or maybe perhaps it is a tomato?
Tomato.
Mir-
Mira will, I guess, sniff it because she's holding the the thing. She'll sniff it. I mean, it could be
Smells like
blood. I'm
lavender.
more. It smells like lavender.
It sounds like oh, fantastic! I'm just
Lavender-scented
kind of
blood.
wondering with a roll of 2 and a natural 1, what your senses are telling you.
Nothing. Except, look at this interesting symbol on the bottom that I did notice before.
Oh, fantastic! What is it? Describe it to me. I can't see it.
I found it.
It looks like so I'm not really into religious iconography, but I think it might actually maybe
Not into religious iconography. Is there a reason for that?
I mean there's a reason for everything.
Is there now?
Yes. Let's just say the gods have never really cared about me, so I don't really care about them.
That's fair enough. I mean, back in Faerun, they did walk among us, and it seems they were absolutely real. And if they did not care about you, I can understand that. But why would they not care about you? I mean, why are you such an outlier?
So this is definitely like more existential than she really wants to get right now. So she's just like,
Well, I'll buy you a few drinks later and we can talk it over. How about that?
sounds great. Are you trying to convert me?
No, I'm trying to understand you. I figure if we're going to take on the mysteries around us, I might as well know a little bit about the people I've cast my lot in with.
We're your crew.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But anyway, I feel like this is from that temple. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Ismark
Mir-
takes the candlestick from you and takes a look at it and goes, yes, this looks like it's probably at the most a day old, so I think this is probably coming from the church. This is the first clue I've had in a while that makes any sense.
Why do you think this man went to the church and took a bloody candlestick holder? And then he disappeared? This makes no sense.
I have been very suspicious of the priest and his goings on in the last little while. He has not been the most upfront person. Perhaps he is involved in this somehow.
It doesn't help that his church has, undead prowling about it.
Yeah, I'm not
This
really
is
excited
troubling
about
to
that.
me. How you say undead? I do not know about this, but it is a graveyard right next to the church, so around here it makes sense, sort of.
Well, but this candlestick was used to kill a living person. I assume it is evidence of a murder, but maybe it was just domestic abuse.
Well, I mean, his wife's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Yes, it is probably been over a year now since his wife passed, so I highly doubt that she is involved in any of these problems recently. I think that our best bet is to take this evidence to the priest, Father Donovich, and confront him while we find out if we can actually find a place there to bury my father.
Confront him while we hire him.
Sir, is there any beggars or people that have been out at night or out hours that could have seen a person carrying a body out of here?
Well, yes, that is how I found this place. How I found the suspect is basically been spotted coming from this area towards the church, and that combined with this evidence of religious iconography, it tells me that this is probably related to the priest.
Do you think he stole this from the church?
Well, the priest has kept the church fairly boarded up over the last 10 days, even few moons, and so I highly doubt that anyone has gone into the church to steal, but it's possible. A lot of people are angry with the priest as well, so we cannot blame him right away. It might not be him, but at the same time, the evidence is telling me that he must be involved in some way, or at least he will be able to tell us when he lost this candelabra.
Well, I suppose a round of questioning is in order. We'll talk to the pastor.
This seems to be the first clue I've had in a long time about how, some location as to where these bodies might be going. And with the church being shut down, it sort of makes sense that the priest might be involved in this somehow, even though I shudder to think such things.
Hopefully this isn't another Strahd death cult.
Well, the nice thing about death cults is they kind of sort themselves out given a long enough timeline.
What is this you say about the death cult?
Well, we ran across a rather odd home a little while ago. Inside of it was haunted by specters. It appeared that everybody in it had killed themselves or some such, and their souls were trapped within the home. We liberated a few.
Are you referring to Durst Manor?
Yes, it's now
That's the one.
The Durst rubble pile.
You've escaped from the Durst Manor?
Yes.
In the flesh.
So to speak.
Or maybe we're ghosts here to haunt you.
Impressed now.
Suddenly
I feel a little more.
Yes.
I suddenly feel a little more reassured that I have found the right people to assist me in my journey now.
Well, save your flattery for the tavern when you're picking up the bill. How about we go question this cleric you speak of?
Yes, let us head to the church now.
Be on
That's the sound
lookout,
of the screen
everyone.
wipe.
I will load up this church.
Did everybody just picture Batman?
Yes.
I will load up this church now.
TV's Adam West.
Do we change screens?
Yeah, just give me a second here.
I mean in Zoom.
You can go church interior.
Gotcha.
Everybody is small. That's the problem with these scaling maps. If you copy the tokens, then certain maps are
Weird.
tiny and
Scaling
certain
is
maps
weird.
are-
What you can do, if you have the token in the journal, you can drag it out and it will automatically size it to one grid square.
Oh, okay, rather than copying all the characters.
Yeah, because copied ones retain their original pixels and the pixel dimensions, and then if you just drag it out,
Oh,
it,
large.
yeah, it sets it to the
Gotcha.
map. Like so, if I was to drag out Chris, like see how it just automatically does it. Yeah.
Nice.
Put a torch
I didn't
out
realize that it would
somewhere.
do that. I thought it was based on the size of the token in the journal or whatever. But It's based on
what
one
it
grid
does is
square.
when you make the token, it registers it to how many cells it's taking up, and then whenever you drag it out, it'll just take up that many cells. So if you make it 2 by 2, whenever you drag it out, it'll be
Right,
2 by
right.
2. Yeah.
It goes by grids. Nice. Okay. So, as you approach this church again, you're not quite in yet, but as you approach, see the doors are smashed in, it looks like. They've been damaged, and it looks like recently they've been repaired with quite a bad job, but still repaired. Boards on top of boards nailed on. No real care to the
Terrible
previous
carpentry.
adornment this church had. It now just looks like, yeah, a really bad carpenter filled a hole. And so you're standing outside the church. What do you guys want to do?
Do we want to bust our way in there?
What's the name of the man that's been journeying with us?
Ismark.
Ismark.
He's Mark.
Ismark. Yes.
He's Mark. Has it always been like this?
Oh, he can't get in the door because he's... That's funny. I made the doors
Made the doors a no-go.
too big. Okay, so
Um,
the doors are now going to be over here. And over
So we-
here. Sorry, what were you saying there, Chris?
Has it always been this rundown?
Oh, well, a few months back, I was telling them at the bar earlier, but we got cut off. So a few months back, the priest, his son passed, and he stopped all services. He shut himself in the church and gave up. He stopped preaching, stopped, living his life. And so we have tried to help him out over the time, but he boarded up the doors one time, and we ended up trying to break in and, trying to save him from his own gloom and, try to get back our church. But what is a church without a priest? So we ended up just leaving him to recover on his own time. But he has not been out and about in the town very often lately.
Well, that's
Yeah.
tragic.
Perhaps we can pull him out and put the fear of God back into him again.
Yes, I'm sure that's what he needs. To be afraid.
Okay, so So as you go inside, you stumble through the doorway and stuff, you can see that, there's flickering candle lights lighting the room, and now torches. And inside you find a mostly empty room, save for the broken pews that are torn, and there's rotten tomes and pamphlets everywhere strewn about the room. And there's ripped and burned pamphlets, and the symbols of the Morning Lord are scattered amongst the rubbish. And in the corner there kneels a priest wearing the colors of a holy man of Lathander, and praying with his hands tightly clenched together. Do
you see what's on that desk in front of him?
Do you see what's on the desk in front of him?
Yes.
Not much.
It looks like a candlestick.
Can we make out what he is saying? What is he praying for?
He is praying for, well, he's just kind of, it's unintelligible from here. He's sort of sounds almost like a different language even too at times. It's hard to make out real words. He's just kind of mumbling.
A different language, you say?
Yeah, I was about to say, can you tell us what language?
What, does any of our characters have this language?
He's mumbling to himself.
Not.
Very.
It's just too soft.
Very unintelligible mumbles. Like,
not loud enough for us
to
hear
yet. And you're not expecting anybody to be there. He's definitely mumbling.
Right. Mira doesn't like this whole situation, so she's, again, second time this episode, she's palming not one dagger, but two daggers. Again, subtly. You can't see them. She's not like brandishing them. She's got them ready.
Okay. So you got your daggers ready?
Daggers ready. Palms are sweaty. Mom's confetti.
Those of you who speak Celestial can notice that there's a couple of words in there that might be of that origin, but it's hard to tell. Again, you can't hear any real sentences or anything like that come out. Sounds like he's praying. And as you guys stumble in, and there's boards on the ground, and you're not making any real attempt to be stealthy here, so he stumbles and comes to his feet, and basically just all of a sudden you've definitely startled him out of his sort of stupor. Who are you? What do you want?
We didn't mean to startle you out of your stupor. We are new in town, and
he's looking over at everybody. By the light of the Morning Lord, what are you? And he looks at Midnight. He looks at Krim. He looks at Cole. The three people standing in the front there, and he's like backing away.
They're angels here to answer your prayers.
Yeah, I fly forward and I go, why have you not been performing services?
I'm going to back him up and say, yes, why haven't you been performing your services?
And Mira is going to subtly cast message to the priest and say, yes, why haven't you been performing services?
So I'll say the same thing, but I'll say it in Infernal to see if he understands.
I'll say it in Celestial.
Oh, this is just...
Yes, I just keep hovering
We're
there.
all saying it in different languages, hoping one of them works.
We're speaking in tongue.
I'm speaking the angelic tongue. Trust me, old man.
Answer, priest, the light of... Then he checks his wings. Lathander is not happy with you.
I love Krim's Chi-Chi. It's fine.
Greg, can you hear us?
Greg's not ready for this, I think.
Is Greg frozen again, or is he just going wet even? Get closer to the mic, Greg.
I think the game is still rendering.
What in the world is he doing?
We either stumped him or
We broke him.
Is this sound card fight again?
Are you
I'm
trying to
gonna-
talk, Greg? We can't hear you.
Is
We break you,
your sound card working? Can't hear you.
You hear us.
Do.
Is it overheating again?
I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed that it's.
Look at Discord. My sound card literally blew up. There's smoke coming out of my case. Yeah.
This episode really is cursed, guys. Is it because we finally made it to Barovia?
All right. Well, I guess we just attack NPCs until you can get his card
Did
back.
he say anything in Discord? I can't.
He
what
didn't say
said
anything
that.
to me, but or maybe I'm just on
It
the
was in.
But yeah, sorry about that, everybody. My sound card exploded
I need to see
mid-broadcast.
the sound card.
Couldn't take the Thunder's Fury.
It smells really good.
Oh, I'd imagine.
I could cook an egg on this thing. I didn't realize it was that hot.
You changed it that fast?
Well, I have another pair of headphones that I've used as headphones before. So yeah, this is a wireless gaming set. And yeah, that's interesting. That's never happened before. I don't even know if this stream is working right now.
It's
It is up. It's up.
It's
now.
up. Oh, it's up. There we go. There we go.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna check it for
Viewer.
sound.
yeah,
let me
check for
check.
sound, see if you can hear anything playing in the background too, music or anything like that, because
Well, no, you haven't shared your sound with us, so we wouldn't be able to hear that.
It's
have
got
not-
sound.
shared sound.
There
How
we
I
about
can
now?
hear it.
There we go.
I can hear it.
Oh my god, the curse is ending.
Maybe.
Don't say it again.
We have some viewers who didn't give up.
So to recap,
I'm pretty sure it's us, Jess.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna.
it's probably just us.
This is just a down the toilet episode, but that's okay. This whole thing is just like Barovia, just really screwed up. Okay, so you were in the process of threatening the priest.
No, we were all
No.
in various different languages. We were asking why he has strayed from the light of insert God here.
And I was using message to make it seem like he was hearing it in his head, too.
I was using Celestial. Cole was using Infernal. Everyone else is probably using Common.
Okay. Okay, so he's like immediately feeling surrounded. He puts his hands up and backs up a little bit, and he's like, "If you are here to kill me, then just do it. There is no service anymore. The church is closed."
Hold on. Whoever
What?
said anything about killing anybody?
I slowly fly down. I slowly fly down in front of him, touch his cheek, and go, "That is not the way of the thunder. Don't worry, we'll give you another chance."
He's like just freaked out completely. You can see now that as he turns and he's like stumbling a little bit, you can see that he's wearing a like a mini keg around his neck, and he's got like purple wine stains on his shirt. He's just like, if you are not agents of the Dark Lord, then what brings you here? Why are you in my church?
Well, you seemed like the one place where light once shone, and now that light is extinguished. We're curious what caused, and if there's anything we do to help bring it back.
We are also curious about the disappearances that have been happening around here.
So if you are not here to kill me, then just be gone. The church is closed.
Okay, well then we are here to
You
kill
must
you.
go.
If that's the only way we can speak to you.
I
He
do
starts-
not have speak with dead.
He starts walking. He's like, I will answer your questions, but let us leave. Let us go out of the church for now.
That's
Where
fair
is
enough.
your son?
Well, I mean, if you, judging by your appearance, you're a fan of wine. So why don't we go to where there's wine and we can talk about this?
I'm currently in the process of trying to fix the church up, and I do not want to have visitors in the church now. You asked me where my son is. What is this, an insult? My son is dead. I was just on my way. I was going to go to this hardware store. I'm supposed to pick up some materials that have come in for me today. So, if you will, I suppose, be so kind as to escort an old man there, perhaps I will excuse your break-in of my home.
All right, that's fair enough.
You can't break into something that has an open door.
It's like it hasn't always been this bad. I am sorry. I'm trying to put the pieces back together. It's been a long moon.
Well, who broke the door down? Who desecrated this church, this temple?
I must say that I was very angry when my son passed. I did not feel like the Morning Lord would ever talk to me again. And I did not want to talk to him.
Well, it seems like the Morning Lord has different plans for you.
You can say that again. I took out my aggression on the church. It is my fault.
That's better than people. We can always get more for the church doors. So what happened? What was this tragedy that befell you?
If we must talk about this.
I have some Vistani wine. Would that help?
He perks up a little bit and he's like, "You mean it's not the mush they sell in down here?"
Oh, we ran across some Vistani a few days ago. They were fairly generous with it. And I would like to pass that generosity forward to you.
He definitely perks up at the thought of drinking something else besides the wine they've been serving in the tavern there.
Wonderful. Well, why don't we find a nice table, or some sort of accommodations, and we can have a chat.
Mira will go over and kind of lift up one of these pews here and kind of set it right as like a place to sit.
Oh, look at that. Mira's already looking homey in here. Thank you.
You know, well, it takes a village, right?
It does. And wine.
Donovich goes into one of the rooms and grabs some glasses and comes back out.
While he's doing that, I'm going to pull out my silver mirror and just casually see if I see his reflection in it.
So like trying to hold it up at you and like see if you can catch him behind you or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna act like I'm checking something on myself, and I'm gonna see if I see his reflection as he comes out. Then I'll quickly put the mirror away.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
It looks like he's taking a selfie, angling it up.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check for a medieval selfie.
Yeah, I get advantage on sleight of hand.
Right. So yeah, you do that without any necessary or any. He doesn't perk up at all to what you're trying to accomplish. He might, if he looks over at all, he thinks you're just checking your hair, your fish hair. And
does he have a reflection?
He does have a reflection.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, now that we all.
For quite a while.
Oh, nice. Now that we all have a drink, let's go down to the hardware store if you'll be so kind to escort me there.
All right. Well,
Before we leave,
I don't like to walk around in town on my own.
Well,
It
maybe we
be...
can help you pick up some of this stuff first. Clear the floor a little bit, give you room to work.
No, don't worry about this. This is my problem. I don't feel so comfortable traveling the town now that the people hate me.
I am sorry, my friend, but I am a man of God as well, and Persona would curse me if I didn't do something to help you.
Well, he's giving you an opportunity to protect him as he goes to the hardware store. He's afraid the villagers may attack him.
You're saying you are a holy man too?
Yes, I am.
And you?
I come from beneath the sea.
Are you some kind of holy knight? This one here, this giant? You some kind of holy knight?
I'm a paladin of Ezra.
Have you two noticed that your gods are somewhat silent here?
No, I haven't.
No, many travelers that have come through here have felt like they have lost their divine gifts.
We carry our gods within ourselves.
While I've been here, I've noticed I've had more divine gifts than before.
Well, I'm pretty sure you will find that the gods you are praying to here are not the gods that are listening. There are only two divine forces at work in Barovia, and one of them you do not want to listen.
And what is the other one?
Well, the Morning Lord is our only salvation, and even he has been very distant. But the Night Mother is also here. And everything that divine that happens in Barovia is related to one of them. They are the only two gods who have connection of some sort to the people here who are religious. I don't know if you've noticed anything strange or not, that's why I asked.
Do they get along?
Well, it is common knowledge that the Night Mother is from dawn, or from dusk to dawn. The Night Mother is watching over the lands, but she has been silent and not responding to prayers for centuries now. She does not. She only makes her presence known when she wishes. And the Morning Lord, I mean, he has been, before the curse of the evil Strahd befell the land, the Morning Lord watched over the Barovian people from sunrise to sundown, and now the sun has not shined unobscured for too long. The Morning Lord no longer answers most people's prayers, and so they blame me when I destroyed the church. Things seem to get worse, and I understand why they hate me. I hate myself sometimes too.
Well, the light can be too intense. Sometimes it's nice to have gray days. It's less strainful on the eyes. Sometimes not seeing things is the best way to get along with the world.
He pats you on the back and yes, this is a funny way to look at things, eh? This humor. This is a good way to light the darkness. How about I tell you more about my studies at this place, and we move to the hardware store. Bildrith is waiting for me.
Certainly, yes. We want to get there before 5. The lines get really long, I imagine.
I do not want to be out here after dark.
Yes.
Midnight's gonna pop another divine sense to check for those undead boys again. Boop.
Yeah, you're picking up undead. Probably it seems below you, or maybe possibly outside somewhere over here. Definitely this way and below you.
Priest, why are there undead in the vicinity of this church?
Oh. This is one of the things that I truly don't know how to answer. I mean, this graveyard is... It is cursed, I believe. I do not know.
Does Midnight's eyes change when she activates her evil radar?
I just imagine they just do a bloop of white, then poof. Little aura of just whiteness, flash of white, and poof.
So like a camera.
Like a camera flash.
Divine sense. No, wait.
Two flash bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she charges up.
The eyes just
one eye to
charge
the
over.
other. That's awesome. Okay, yeah. So he's asking you guys to basically follow him out. He's meandering out into town, hopefully.
Okay, as we're
Love a good meander.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna cast guidance on Chris.
Okay.
Just so that he has it on him for the next minute.
I think I've got you guys outside already, so I'm just gonna go back to that. Guidance
I
on
feel as
Chris
if
for the
my
next
senses
minute.
have been sharpened.
I'm going to go to streets number 2 scenery.
Yes, streets.
Okay, so you guys are actually up at the top of the map. And you're heading down. I just want to give Chris some context, or I wouldn't have brought you out this way. But okay, there's everybody. Why can't we see? Is that just because you're not, the players aren't here. No, they are here.
I had to reload my screen because everything was gray again.
Yep, I've got the same thing. Okay, that's fine.
Same.
Reload.
I just reloaded and the same thing happened. Try again.
I'm just gonna leave it as is because it's probably nothing important gonna happen on my end that I need to see until we switch back to another map.
Right. I'll just
map
bring
map.
you in to build this mercantile. Ismark's gonna say, okay, guys, I will leave you with the father for now. I have to go and see about my sister. It is getting late. Please join us back at the house. It seems like Donovich is fine. Try to arrange with him if you can. When we will be able to come and inter my father. And hopefully we can do this today still, but it is starting to get late, so let me know. We will be ready at the house when you are ready for us.
Well, is time of the essence?
They don't want to go out at dark.
Well, and also, what was the sister's name?
Ireena.
His sister Ireena is apparently set to marry Strahd.
Yeah.
Been courted.
And they don't want that. So yes, time is a little bit of the essence.
Because they're trying to get her out of here as quickly as possible, and they want the father buried before they leave.
Okay,
it's not a consensual marriage.
Oh, when?
We don't have the specific date yet.
We don't have a timeline? All right.
So
well,
Strahd has basically told the burgomaster, which is like the mayor, a few weeks, a month ago kind of thing, that his daughter would be the one that Strahd wanted to marry, and Kolyan Indirovich is the burgomaster's name, and he has decided that no way in hell his daughter is marrying the devil Strahd. And so he has put up a resistance, which has eventually led to the man's demise, because he Basically, Strahd or something has sent forces of like wolves and bats to claw at the windows and doors all night long for the last few weeks, every second night or so, and the old man's heart eventually just gave out with all the stress.
Well, it seems like getting her out of here would be the top priority. Why do we care about interring a body?
She won't leave until we inter the body and give him a proper burial.
Let's do that immediately.
And we have to convince the priest to do it.
All right.
Okay, so you guys walk into Bildrith's Mercantile. And there's a sparse light coming from the building as it spills out behind the heavy drawn curtains. And there's a sign over the door that says Bildrith's Mercantile. And as you come in, you hear a gruff sounding guy. Welcome to Bildrith's Mercantile. How can I help you today? I am Bildrith Cantemir. Oh my lord, what are you? You don't look like locals, that's for sure.
Well, we are new in town. We're here helping the cleric of Lathander. He seems to be in a bit of a fix. We're trying to help him repair things.
He's not taking his eyes off of Cole, and kind of jetting a little, like just quickly a little glances over at the rest of you, and he's like, "Are you paying customers or thieves?"
It depends. Are you a good merchant or not?
And you hear him like bang on the wall behind him. He's like, "Periwimple," and he's like, "I'm the best merchant in town."
Then we are wonderful paying customers.
And a second later, you guys hear footsteps upstairs, like boom, 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 coming closer towards the staircase.
Oh, who is this delightful person coming down?
The staircase behind me.
And you see a giant form. And this beast of a man stands like 7 feet tall, and he's like, Bildrith, are you alright?
Right. Mira is going to, in a rare instance of showing charm, she'll like put on a bright smile and be like, "Oh, everything is just fine," and she'll reach out and touch the merchant's shoulder and cast charm person as she looks at him and goes, "Isn't that right? Everything is just fine here."
That's verbal component.
Let's hope he doesn't pass.
What is my save again?
Your
Wisdom
save is
It's
Wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Ah.
That's no good.
And it knows. He knows.
If it fails, it's charmed to it's any harm to it. I don't know that you've tried that though, do I?
No, it doesn't say
No,
that.
it doesn't. There was no real.
You only know when it ends if it works.
Right.
Right. I just wanted to make sure he didn't feel you poking around in his brain at all. But yeah,
But she's giving him her best smile along with it. Like she is piling on her Orwin merchant charm.
But Midnight's just holding up a bag of money. It's like, yeah.
Okay, well, he's susceptible to that. He likes merchant banter and merchant charm. So he's he's basically holds up his hand when he sees Periwimple barreling down the stairs, and he's like, as he holds it up, Periwimple shouts like, "Do you want me to get them out? You want to break off the arms?" And he's like cracking his knuckles. Bill
Does this
just
man
holds his
have a
hand
token?
up.
Because I want to see this man's face.
Yeah, he's up
here.
I need to just move my token real quick to see this man. Do you see this?
Here, I'll show everybody.
His face does not match what I was
Periwinkle.
hoping.
No.
I was hoping for a token that was literally Arnie.
Well, yeah, that's Periwinkle. And he's a pretty big guy, but he's pretty tall too, so it's not like just one way big. But anyways, and then all of a sudden, as he's holding his arm out and he's like taking a look at you guys again, and stopping Periwinkle, he sees Father Donovich standing in the back there. He's like, "Oh, Father, I did not see you there. My apologies." And he's like, I might have overreacted there, Periwinkle. These folks, they seem like they have just come to shop our wares. And he's, I guess you've brought us some new customers, Father. Thank you. And so Father Donovich pulls out his coin purse and drops the coins on the table. And you see more of these electrum pieces with the devil Strahd's face on them. And it seems to be that this is the currency of the town. If you're wondering...
What delightful currency you have here. Who is this dashing fellow on the coinage?
Yeah, it's already been sort of...
It's Strahd.
Determined that's the ruler of these lands, Strahd von Zarovich.
Strahd one side, a raven on the other.
And actually, if you guys give me a insight check, now that you're looking at the coins again.
But do we know it's Strahd? Did somebody tell us that it's Strahd?
Yeah.
In the bar.
Yeah.
In the bar earlier.
A decent insight check. What?
Yo, the dice are making up.
Yeah, you guys are picking up on the fact that seal looks similar to the seal that was on the letter at the mill.
Oh.
Where Strahd had sent a letter to Mr. Durst saying that, damn you and your cult, because you're not...
Dumb cult, stupid, quit it.
You just don't get it, do you, kind of thing. And yeah, he said basically he was angry with the Dursts, and he decided to, rather than help them in their pursuit, he just said, you deserve what you get. And that was the seal that was on the back of the letter. So, yeah, so anyways.
Does he sell weapons here at all? Daggers, knives?
Well, he's like, just a minute here, and he's like counting out the father's coins. Very good, Father, very good. You can always count on a holy man to find coins, can't you? Okay, first time customers, come here. Please come in, have a look, go around the shelves, find any, we have almost anything you can imagine here. My prices are the best in town, and if there's something in particular you're looking for, I can help you find it. We have a loyalty program as well. Here you have a card. Each of you can have a card. He hands you out a little punch card thing, like a stamp card.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, you buy 10 potions, get the 11th potion free. It's just I stamp each time you come in with the card.
All right.
One card each. You can't share cards.
In my inventory.
Certainly we won't share cards, of course we won't.
Do you have any potions of healing?
Oh yes, of course. We have almost anything you can imagine. So
I can imagine quite a bit.
He actually carries... Let me see if I can pull this up. He carries anything that you can find in the adventuring gear table. Let's see if I can pull this up.
And yes, I already have rope. I finally got rope.
That's a lot of things.
There's no prices here.
Should be on the bottom.
Oh, I see. Yes, I see for packs.
Well, not that far down.
There's a chart. There's a whole chart. It's in GP though.
Anything? Yeah, that's fine. He does work in GP as well. There is no generally no silver in this place, he tells you, because it's all electrum instead.
Electrum and silver.
I need some new rope. I have all these silver coins I've been meaning to get rid of. Do you take them?
I will take them, yes, but it is rare that you will get them back.
Oh, well, are you saying they're collectors then? I mean, they're from out of town. They don't have the mark of Strahd or the Raven from the Sword Coast. I mean, could there be some?
I will take them in place of Electrum at 2 to 1 for the Electrum.
Yes, and I know that it is more money that way.
Just so you guys know, upon investigating the Electrum a little bit, you notice that there are gold flakes in it, and so it's not just silver; it's silver and gold.
It's like a hybrid metal.
It's a hybrid metal. So everything, exactly. So everything is, but he sells everything on that adventuring table at 10 times the cost.
Oh, wow.
How is that the best prices?
So like a single oil flask is a full piece of gold, essentially.
You certainly have the run of the market here.
Best prices in town.
Are there any other places in town?
This is the only place, yes. If you want it,
I see.
you will buy it.
Well, then it is the best place in town. Well, it's been nice to see the shop. Father, have you found what you needed?
Yes, I will get Bilrith. I will be able to take the boards and nails that I have ordered. Maybe send the periwimple with me, and he basically starts arranging, that Periwimple is going to, instead of go back upstairs like he's like waiting to go, he's gonna.
I mean, there's 5 of us here. I mean, certainly we could handle it. He could stay here.
I want to buy a healer's kit, and I don't see daggers.
Not an adventure gear, that's weapons.
Healer's kit is whatever it says listed times 10.
Yeah, it's times 10 for the prices. Just so you know. And as you're looking through some of your stuff...
I'm going to pocket a healer's kit then without him seeing me.
Oh no, I'm not saving you.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to roll a sleight of hand on that one.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Cool effect. I love these new dice. There we go. I have advantage.
All right. Yeah, you're able to actually pocket that, and he does not notice.
Because that would have been like, what, 50 gold for that kit?
Yeah. I figure as many people as he's robbed.
You made the DC by 2.
Oh my god.
Why did you have advantage? Was it?
I have advantage because of
inspiration.
You guys don't really know why, but he does.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, because of the thingy we don't know about yet.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Backstory
and or possible thing.
Well, you did see last episode that his hand did come off of his body.
His hand's freaky.
And so it sort of acted on its own.
Mean.
His hand just kind of pops off again and just like do 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 do.
His hand is a creepy thing. So yeah, basically you guys are able to shop if anybody wants anything else before you go. Periwimple has been told to take all of the stuff that the father bought back to the church, and so he loads all that stuff up.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold and say this is just for helping us.
To the big guy or
to the merchant?
He takes it right away. It's like
that's the fair price for a healing kit, so I don't feel guilty.
Right.
He's like, what? Did you say that?
I didn't say that. No.
Okay.
Not that crazy.
All right. So yeah, he's basically he's telling you, you know, like if you're not gonna buy anything else, get out.
Mira's
After I
gonna.
gave him 5 gold for free.
I am not here to make friends. I am here to make money. Thank you.
And give me my
Be on your
coins
way.
back.
He's paying for your friendship.
Yeah. That's
Mira's-
mean.
Mira's
Yeah,
gonna.
that sounds weird.
As far as he knows, you haven't bought anything, so you just gave him a coin. He's asking you to get out if you're not gonna buy anything.
Well, I mean,
Mira.
we do need to get back to the chopper. The wood isn't gonna put itself back in that building.
Get back to the chopper.
Back to the chopper. Ah.
Mira's going to pick up 10 crossbow bolts and go over to him, and she'll be like, she'll lean in, you know, so it's just between them, and she'll go, you and I both know that these prices are exorbitant. I don't have it. I need these crossbow bolts, but I'm willing to give you this instead. And she'll pull the trinket that she stole from the wedding.
Oh, it's silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. This is this must be worth well, I don't know. What do you think, Periwinkle? 5. Okay. 5 gold. We'll give you 5 gold
But
for it.
we all know that it's worth 10 times that amount.
Well, no, yeah, Mira, I feel like Mira would know the true value of the piece with her background.
Yeah, it's probably more than that. He says, you know, if you don't like my prices, there is a toy shop in Vallaki. You might be able to get a better deal from him, but
Yeah, the toy
All right,
shop.
she'll take her silver back then and put it in her pocket and be like, all right then, sorry we couldn't deal. And she'll walk out.
I'll
not
nudge her
sorry.
on the way out, and I'll tell her, I've got 60 bolts. I'll give you 20.
Oh, thank you. I tend to be bad at collecting my crossbow bolts, so...
I'm sorry we could not make a deal today, but you know, come back if you need to.
I'll come back when you start offering fair prices.
Ha ha ha! You'll come back if you need to. You will come back if you need to. If I was to give stuff away, then how am I going to replace it? You think it's free to get stuff into here? It's a very difficult shop to run. Don't give me so much grief. Get out of my shop. Jeez.
While they're talking, I'm gonna go closer to Periwinkle. And I'm gonna go, how much is the guy paying you, huh?
Baby? He doesn't pay me. That's my uncle.
Oh.
Don't you know, I'm your relative too.
Birdie?
Yeah. He looks at him straight in the eyes, knowing there are 2 different faces. I'm your cousin.
Oh! Yay! Pets him on
Come,
the
cousin,
head.
we need you. The holy man needs help, cousin. Come with us.
Yeah, he told me to go out and bring the boards over, and then I made the hammer boards maybe, and then I come home before it gets dark. And I have dinner. He's gonna make dinner all ready for me when they come home.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Let's depart then.
Okay.
Everybody into the chapel.
So yeah, you guys are heading back to the church then, I guess? Or-
Yes, but...
Yes, but
Sorry, on the way, Mira's going to go up to the father and say, you've heard about Ismark's father, correct?
Go up to Father Donovich and say you've heard about Ismark's father, correct? Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I just had to catch up with you there. The father is, yes, I I have heard through the town whispers that the burgomaster has passed, but I did not know if it was true yet. When I saw Ismark there, I figured maybe, but I did not want to have this conversation yet. And I'm not ready for service. I don't know. I don't know. I need to repair church first.
She'll put a hand on his shoulder and she'll say, "We'll help you repair the church.
Oh,
at least make it.
Finally talk.
At least."
What's that? Mira, you were saying something?
Yeah. She'll put a hand on the father's shoulder and say, "We'll help you clean the church, or at least get it service ready, but you need to perform last rites and put this man to rest. As you know, the undead tend to roam here, and I do not think you would want that to happen to this man. Am I right in thinking so?"
Yes, you are correct. I will have a service. I promise. We will bury Kolyan Indirovich properly. The doors of the church are my priority. I have not been able to close them properly for a few nights, and it would be. I would sleep better knowing that nothing can pass through there without me knowing it.
All right, let's fix these doors.
Well, I just happen to have all my carpentry tools with me. Over 200
Excellent.
pounds. It just fits conveniently into my backpack.
I am also proficient in carpentry.
Excellent.
Thank you,
will
Midnight.
play you a song while you work.
Not a bad idea.
Periwinkle drops all the supplies and the wood he was carrying and the tool belts and stuff like that that you had, and then he's like, "Okay, bye. I'll see you guys around. Nice to meet you, cousin." And he takes off back to the shop to go get dinner. So as you guys are ho-humming and working together and doing what you can to fix these doors and put them back swinging properly, you see that it's starting to get a little bit later, probably about an hour until sunset. But the priest is pleased, and he says, you know, if you come back tonight, I will be ready to provide service. If you are not here until tomorrow, that is fine. Come around midday then. I will be awake by midday tomorrow, I'm sure.
All right. Could we stay here for the night?
Well, this is not the best place to have people stay for now, I don't think.
I believe Ismark offered his place to us if we must stay the night.
All right. Well, we have an open invitation at Bismarck, so we'll see you in the morning.
Thank you very much. May the Morning Lord be with you.
Yes. May Lathander's light once again shine.
Very good. Very true. So yeah, he gives like a Morning Lord circular cross thing, and then closes the
He's
doors.
one of these Morning Lord. Morning Lord.
Yeah. Lathander. That's great. That
Now every time we do
Yep,
Lathander,
yeah,
we're
we
gonna
gotta
have to go
Lathander's light.
Lathander.
Yes.
Is the night goddess?
Okay, so yeah, if you guys are wanting to head back to Ireena and the brother and sister Ismark and Ireena, or
Yes. Suppose that'd be the best.
okay.
Which background? I'm all mixed up.
We keep swapping quickly.
Yeah, we've been
so-
swapping a lot.
We have just been running all around
How do you
town.
think I feel?
Oop.
Okay, I think everybody should be here now. What I should have done is put all the tokens on all the maps. And that way when you... Yeah, see, you're all a little small. See if I can make you a little bit bigger.
Not too bad.
It's like 85% the size you should be. Anyways, it's fixed now. Okay, yeah, so are we burying Father tonight or tomorrow? We are ready to go.
What was the name of the cleric?
Father Donovich.
Donovich?
So it seems a bit rude that we're calling Donovich father. I mean, he's lost his son and he's lost his faith, and we're calling him father. It seems cruel almost.
You do have a point. Perhaps we should just call him Donovich, but I don't want to insult the man.
Seems a bit informal. How about we just call him Donny Boy? No?
Do you mind if I go pay final respects to your father?
Please.
Not alone, you're not.
Somehow I knew somebody would react like that, but this is on the up and up.
We don't trust you around no dead bodies.
Yes, please come. Pay respects.
No. No.
I'll let Midnight take care of that.
Like, I will smite you where you stand, I swear to God.
Oh, man. I'm past all that.
I will smite you where you stand.
Oh, Harley Davidson.
What?
Can you say, oh, Harley Davidson?
How is that?
Persona, accept this person into your cold embrace.
And you actually feel absolutely no response from your god at all.
My god is with me.
Yeah, he's
inside me.
He's not, though. You don't feel anything as you normally would if you were praying. You feel all alone.
Listen, voice out of nowhere that doesn't exist. You can't tell me where my god is or isn't, okay?
Your god is not here.
Oh, whoa. Watch your mouth, man.
You're starting to hear or feel the words of the priest in your head that it makes sense that your god isn't the one who's been responding because he's been doing things wrong. He's been... How could your god have been doing all these things? Been responsible for your arm coming off and everything? Maybe you are somewhat on your own here. Maybe there is something wrong with the divinity here.
Midnight will also kneel down with a ghoul cross and pray to Ezra to protect this man and guide him through the mists to the afterlife.
And as you do that, you actually all see a slight bit of mist surrounding the body in the coffin. And then it goes away.
Who'd you pray to?
Lady Ezra, the protector of the mists.
Oh. How come her god's better than my god?
Maybe my god's just better.
Her god's actually real.
Oh.
Chris throwing shade from the hallway.
Psychic damage.
And I will also ask the
emotional damage.
Kolyanoviches if it would be okay for her to perform some funeral rites to make sure no unholy forces try to turn him into undead.
Okay, so just so you know, I appreciate you trying to say my name. It is Ismar Kolyanovich. My sister's name is Ireena Kolyana. How hard is this? And my father's name is Kolyan Indirovich. So, at this point, get it right.
Names are so weird. Do you want him protected from being turned from undead or not?
No, I apologize. It's just... gets to me sometimes. Nobody can say our names right the first time. How hard is
Weird,
it?
because you all speak with the same accent.
Well, isn't
Exact
that
same
normal?
voice. That's so weird.
So, Ivan, do you mind if she does the additional stuff or not?
Oh, Ismark, you mean?
Yeah.
Ivan, yeah, that's what I
Ismark.
said.
Okay, Ismark. No, this is acceptable. I just it's up to Ireena. It's not. She is the one who really feels the worst right now. So she is taking this the hardest. I think. Ireena, what do you think? Yes.
Then I will say thank you, and she'll lay a hand on the body and cast ceremony. The funeral rites, I believe it's called. Yeah, it's funeral rite. You touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means short of the wish spell.
Ooh, that's a really nice spell.
You rock.
First level spell, too.
Well chosen. Okay, yeah. So they both look at you with like, peace in their eyes and like the first feeling of like, oh, that's one worry that we do not have to worry about now. For they have been actually thinking about that in the back of their heads. They didn't want to really tell you too much about it, but that now that you can see that you told them that it's not going to happen, you can see the look of relief on their faces.
May I cast Dispel Magic? No, I'm kidding.
Dispel magic wouldn't get rid of it.
Dispel magic.
It wouldn't work unless you use the wish spell, which is like what, 9th level?
Yeah.
It takes a 9th level to dispel a 1st level.
Wow.
It's that strong.
That's a good spell.
Nice. For at least 7 days, he won't become an undead monstrosity.
Now I do not have to worry as much that my father will be one of these monsters. Thank you.
Of course. It's the least I could do.
Where's
So are
your
we?
sister?
This is the sister
that's
Ireena.
right. Okay. Chris, come in here.
It seems pretty crowded, all right, but all right, I'm coming in.
Room's fairly big.
What's going on?
Ireena here. She's a very pretty girl, no?
I came into the room too. Okay.
Everyone's in the room. It's a party.
Cole, your way with words is always has a way of silencing a room.
That's Ireena, just so you know. And when I first walked, or when you first met her, Chris, before the break, you did say like, "Well, hello."
Well, in all of Barovia, I have not seen a face so fair.
She blushes a little bit. This is not the time for this. And
I agree.
she actually grabs a quiver of arrows, and pushes past Mira, and goes into this bottom room here. And
Combat
she pulls out a bow and starts shooting arrows.
In the house,
In the training room,
In the
I think.
training room.
they have an indoor training room underground.
Well, yes, my sister has been asking me to show her how to protect herself.
I used to read the drawings. They were magazines with multiple drawings in them, and they would depict the adventures of heroes. And they were colored. And one of these magazines was about a group of people that had special abilities granted to them through some sort of change in their bodies. Some could take the shape of others. Others could shoot energy from their eyes or grow metallic claws from their hands. And they had a basement like this, as well as a great flying machine that they could use to quickly get to the enemies. It's quite fascinating. I spent a
they
lot of
have a
time
name
reading
for
those
that,
magazines.
So Mira, as an archer herself, will kind of, she's kind of absorbing Ireena's style, like see any, like, just out of curiosity.
You see how she's doing all of the things right, but doing them very deliberately and not like she's not standing wrong, but she's standing on purpose, and then holding her bow, and then doing everything sort of one at a
stand
time.
on purpose.
But everything she does is sort of mechanical. She doesn't look like she's been doing it for very long, but she's fairly good at it.
All right.
Mir will look at her and say, you are gifted in archery. Have you ever tried to shoot a moving target before?
Well, my brother does not let me. My brother does not let me out of the house most of the nights. Most of the time, I don't get to go out on my own at all anymore. So we haven't done much battling, but I have killed some wolves and something else. Well, I don't know.
Something else?
They were climbing through the windows at night, but they were gone in the morning.
What did they look like?
How did you kill it and it was gone in the morning?
Well, I don't know if I killed it, but it wasn't able to get through the windows.
Oh, well done.
We stopped them from coming in, but I mean, it didn't. My father's still gone, so what's the difference?
The
Well,
difference is
the
they've
difference-
shown great bravery.
They didn't get you, is the difference.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Hey,
The
great
difference
minds.
is you're here.
Yes, I suppose so. My brother has been very nice training me, but he is very protective nowadays. I think I need to stand up for myself once in a while, you know?
Well, it looks like you're on your way. But maybe try practicing while you're moving too. You're a little stiff.
Huh. Why didn't you tell me to try this, says Mark? This is a good idea. She's like, okay, I will do this. Yeah. She grabs a couple of arrows and tries doing a slow walk, shoot thing. They end up missing the mark.
It takes practice, and then Mira will pull out her crossbow and run across and shoot the targets. I don't know if she'll hit it, but we'll see.
Give me a roll to hit.
Diving
Give me a roll.
sideways. Oh, man.
Give me a show off. Yeah.
Can I do a performance or acrobatics?
You can do however you want to do it, as long as you describe it.
Okay, so she'll start towards the door and she'll pull out her crossbow and a dagger, and she's going to pull a typical ninja roll, shoot the dagger at the first target, and then she'll turn around and shoot with her crossbow, and then run and do a flip and shoot the last dummy. And she's gonna use her acrobatics.
Well, you're gonna have to
Sounds
roll
acrobatic.
that. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Ping, ping, ping. Everybody just sort of stands there going
Make sure
like,
you get your crossbow bolts back.
Yeah,
Was it-
and then she'll go up and grab her crossbow.
And the dagger.
Yeah, and the dagger.
that's awesome. Everybody's like a little more impressed than they thought they'd be.
I
She's
am.
impressive. I thought I was going to be 2 impressed, but now I'm 3 impressed. Or more accurately, I am exactly 20 impressed.
Oh, exactly 20 impressed.
Yes.
So
If
on
I
a
was-
scale of 1 to 10, it's a 20?
Yes. If I was to give it a arbitrary numerical value, I would give it a 20.
On a scale of 1d20, that's a 20.
Is it a dirty 20 or a natural 20?
Oh, they're both naturals.
Okay. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but it's probably a joke we don't need to explain to the audience.
Probably not good.
I don't know what it means.
Yes, they are.
But it's arousing.
Whoa.
Okay, so the plan for tonight is you guys feel like staying here at the mansion?
It's a 17+ stream.
Oh, yeah.
And then tomorrow you're going to try to head to do the funeral tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're not gonna try to head to the funeral.
We are gonna head.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're going to that funeral, man.
Okay. This seems like the kind of place.
And the priest and the.
This seems like the kind of place to stop then, because I don't think we have enough time to start funeral stuff up right now. So let's end here with you guys in the practice room, and maybe go out, get some drinks. There's some wine sitting around in some places around the house. You can find some some good places.
I found all this wine in an old bucket.
Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of treasures all around the house. If you roll a d20 and ask me what you're looking for, there's a chance it's in the house. So, before you guys leave town or anything, you can...
I'm looking for love.
It is...
There's no love in the house.
I rolled a
very
6.
difficult to find.
I am looking for oil.
You find pig drippings. But that's
more pig drippings, yeah!
The love, what is that thing, the crystal, the magic 8-ball? What does it say?
Magic 8-ball.
Check again later.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
I was looking for some potions of healing. But
Outlook.
Investigation.
Yeah, the Outlook one, yeah. Sorry, what's that called? Okay, Mira?
I said I was looking for a potion of healing, but I don't think I found one.
No, you did not. Not with that roll. But you did find
looking for a dagger.
Yeah, you can find a dagger. There's some weapons in this room actually, that you guys are all in. More weapons than either one of those two will need. You can find some more rations are in this house. There's some more. This place is a veritable gold mine, and every little while that you spend here, you can roll a d20 and look for a new item, and you might find something. But yeah, so tomorrow we will wake up here, or tonight we will go to sleep here, and then hopefully I can figure out what happened to my sound card, and it's cold now. So, but it popped. It made a big snap sound. And I could hear, it sounded like glass breaking or something inside of the sound card. And then, to me, that sounds like a capacitor that blew. And it starts, like, smelling and smoking. So I unplugged the other power supply. There's 2 power supplies in it. So I unplugged the second one. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't smell like smoke anymore. So we've avoided that.
Do you have a storm outside or something?
No, I think the unit just overheated. I mean, it's been plugged in for a long time.
Get one of those standing fans and just have it placed right in front of it, cool it off a little bit.
I don't know what to tell you. It failed. But I'm glad that the headphones worked, and I really expected to just be like, okay, well, cursed episode. It's
the episode
over.
that is actually cursed.
It's amazing how many things happened that were like, that wasn't supposed to happen.
How many things could have went wrong, and they did.
Yeah, it was. This is the worst we could possibly do. So that's awesome. And if you haven't already followed us,
It's like knock on wood.
Don't say that.
if you haven't already followed us, click that follow button so we can take this stream to the next level with more complications, more problems, and more interaction.
Yeah, help Greg buy new equipment.
And this Saturday I will be running Forge of Fury.
Yes.
On D&D Play 20.
Allow me to put up that ad again, because it is somewhere here. And you can talk all about that for a minute, Pete.
Okay, I will be DMing Forge of Fury, which is the second adventure in the Tales of the Yawning Portal series. And I will be actually running a couple of beginners and a couple of experienced people, 5 in all. 5 in all. So, and that'll be this Saturday at 3:30 Eastern Time on twitch.tv/D&D Play 20.
Awesome. Looks like it's going to be a 2 or 3 week event kind of thing every Saturday.
Yeah, it'll run for 3 Saturdays. 2 if we finish it early.
Cool. Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that, Pete. Then if there's nothing else and everybody had a good time, hopefully, we will end this horrid stream pretending it never happened.
Hey.
And I will.
Don't be that hard. It was fun. We had fun.
Happened. A lot of story came out in this.
We had a lot of fun. We did a lot of work.
A lot of story came out.
It's all good as long as you have fun.
It's true. It's true. We had a good time. I think we can do better next week. That's all I'm saying. And let's hope that.
That's Greg's way of saying I'm buying a power supply and a sound card.
I already have a power supply and a second sound card. They're just sitting there not plugged in yet. So.
Lazy bums.
This time it'll be 18 channel or 16 channels and a Furman power supply running the show instead of a single little unit. So we got that covered already. But
well,
yeah.
Lee, you're looking good tonight. It was good seeing you.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys were able to get in contact with me. Yeah, that was fun.
I will end the stream, and we can still chat if we want to for a minute. Thanks for everybody for joining us, and we hope you guys have a wonderful week.
See you next week.
Yep. See you next week.
Same time, same place.